getting dicey.
Talk about overthinking things. That's what happens when it's on a cliffhanger and it's my turn.
Yeah, and it is your turn. I'll put the hoods.
Unusual.
The hood is going on. It is.
Oh, game on. Here we
It
go.
is time to play. American, you are up at the top of the turn order.
Yes. And I've just seen some orcs appear.
You have.
Terrifying, but I have bigger problems at hand. I can see Loros is getting swarmed by zombies.
What I will do, just to help set the scene a little bit further here, is what you've seen is these two orcs sort of just run in and skid to a halt. Okay, that's what you've seen with the orcs at the moment. They're quite heavily armored, and they've got a lot of weapons of each, holding like a little battle axe each, and they've got a little pack on their back holding maybe half a dozen to a dozen javelins. So they look to be pretty well armed.
Ugh. So frightening. Well, I'm just going to run away from them. I'm going to use my turn to dash as far as I can. So I'm going to. Can you see the measurement there from me? So I can dash 60 feet.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to get the DM's advice on this, because I want to try and jump down that wall.
Right. Okay.
I'm going to try and jump into the well down that sheer drop.
It's a 20-foot drop. So you risk, if you fail a good athletics check, you do risk taking a D6 worth of damage for every 10 feet you've dropped.
Yeah.
So you can totally do this.
I'm gonna do it.
Just give me an athletics check.
Okay. And I'd like to just say, as I'm running, I'm going to be yelling in a panic in Elvish, "There's orcs as well! There's orcs as well!"
What was your athletics roll there?
I have rolled. Oh God, a 4. I've rolled a 4. All right, hurt me.
All right, so we're going to do 2d6 worth of damage. I'm going to roll that just to see.
I was willing to take that.
Only 3 damage.
Oh wow.
So despite sort of like just almost tumbling down into this pit, you managed to kind of like wall slide a little bit and dampen the impact at the bottom.
All right.
And is anything else that you'd like to do on your turn?
Yes, I'd like to end my turn by yelling as loud as I can in the direction of all the zombies swarming Loros. And I'd like to scream, "Come and get me! I'm much more delicious than a disgusting barbarian."
Okay. Give me a persuasion. Wow. Give me a persuasion roll for this one.
She's yelling as loud as she can to try and get their attention.
Distracting and insulting all at once.
And I've rolled a 17.
Oh,
which is
brilliant.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. We'll move to the next in the turn order. We've got Gil up next.
What do I see? Like, how does Loros look?
Loros is he's almost half surrounded by 5 incredibly ravenous zombies. Their eyes are glowing bright red. They're just sort of what are they doing? They're using the fancy new device we've got here. They're just as they sort of stare down Loros.
And what are these symbols, man?
These guys are not looking too well. So what they've been knocked down already, and have gotten back up. That's just so I can remember who is who there.
No. Okay.
So they got basically taken out by Baron's fireball spell, and it looks like for all intents and purposes they should have died, but after getting knocked down they stood back up. They are not looking very good, but they're also undead, so I don't think they ever looked very good.
Is there enough space here for me to stand or not really?
You could squeeze in there.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to run through here. Does Loros look like healthy enough?
Loros, how's Loros looking?
I've taken a hit. I'm fine. I'm pretty well healthy. I'm kind of had. I think I'm barely been scratched.
Okay.
I'm
I'm just
raging.
gonna, in that
You're
case,
gonna-
I'm just gonna lean my back up against Loros, like double dragon style, and draw my rapier and just stab the nearest guy.
Okay, give us a roll to hit.
Let's do this, Loros.
Yeah.
I believe I had advantage.
Oh yeah, thanks to
Because of
the
the-
rage,
Thanks to my rage. Yeah.
The wolf totem.
Yeah.
My best roll was a 12.
which is enough.
Oh
I
wow.
deal 5 piercing damage.
And so the closest zombie to you gets you basically your rapier just pushes through its disgusting sort of like rotten flesh, and as you pull it out on an angle, it kind of just cuts a trace through it, and it opens up and just kind of topples down to the ground, dead.
Nice.
For my bonus action, can I just like slide him off my rapier with my boot?
Yeah, for sure.
Shove him off.
Anything else, Gil?
That's my turn.
Okay, Sig, let's paint a picture for you. You've just seen Mirin run past screaming about orcs to the north, and she sort of, from your point of view, it looks like she sort of just tumbled down into the pit in front of you.
Would Sig have understood it, given it was yelled out in Elvish?
Oh, did you yell it in
knows
Elvish?
Elvish.
Sorry, Mirin.
That was
All right,
panic yelling. Yeah.
all right. So, and does Sig understand Elvish at all?
Sig does.
Oh, well, there we go. So yes, he totally understands.
It's all good.
It's over to you.
Alrighty. What Sig would like to do is move up 30 feet and then use his bow as he's moving. And as a bonus action, he's going to peek just down the edge to see if Mirin looks okay.
Okay, cool. So Mirin's looking fine. She looks like she's kind of in a little sort of not a prone position, but she's kind of down on one knee. But she looks fine. Who are you trying to attack with your bow and arrow? Was it a short bow or?
Yeah, short bow. It's this dude here. The other guy that was knocked down, but is still
At the end of the
vertical.
circle? Oh,
Yes.
over here next to Loros. Okay, cool.
Indeed.
Okay, cool. Yeah, take a shot.
Sig will travel along, pull out his bow, and then complete his move to there.
Okay. Roll to hit for the zombie next
With
to Loros.
advantage.
So that's if an enemy, if they're attacking an enemy that's within 5 foot of you, is that right?
Oh, you're attacking someone else. Yeah, it's 5 foot of me.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't see what enemy you're attacking.
No, he is attacking the one right next to him,
Okay,
so that's
yeah,
fine.
It's
So
basically within 5 foot of myself and I guess an enemy. Yeah.
yeah, cool.
So
So
that
yeah,
is advantage.
it is.
Sweet. Sig rolls a 20 for 6 piercing damage.
Nice.
Yeah, perfect. So that arrow just sort of like flies straight through the head of this thing and just knocks it clean off the body, and the body clumps down onto the ground. The celebratory grunts of Sig as another zombie drops to the ground. All right, let's move over to Loros now. Loros, you're surrounded. You've just seen 2 of the zombies that were surrounding you just drop.
Surrounded.
Yeah, so you've got Gil up against your back now, who's managed to skewer and slice one, to death, and then another one just gets its head flies off its shoulders in front of you. You've got 2 sort of in front of you right now.
So obviously, just feeling Gil come up on behind me and obviously stabbing someone beside me, I'm just going to spin around. Well met, young friend. And then I'm going to hack this dude here with my rather large axe through his head.
Cool, give us a roll. And now you're with advantage since you're in rage, is that right?
Yeah, so I'll roll my rage great axe attack.
Okay, cool.
It's already preset. It's a 16 doing 12 damage.
A 16 is a hit. And it sort of just comes down and cleaves off sort of from the shoulder down its side, and one of its arms just drops to the ground, but it is still standing.
Interesting.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, that's pretty much all I think I can do. Unless, I mean, obviously moving is silly because it's going to be moving out of the battle zone. So I'm just going to basically brace myself, ready for the next attack.
And the next attack is about to go down.
Just before they attack, I'll when this one attacks, I'll use cutting words on it.
Yeah, certainly. So what we see is a couple of these zombies come running through. I just need to put this guy on top, or it'll be hard to see. He basically takes the place of the two downed zombies. So
Keep bringing them in.
Loros finds himself surrounded yet again. So we're gonna have. We'll start with the one that you've ticked on there, John. The one that you're eyeing up.
So much for my persuasion.
Wait,
Yeah.
It's not over. These things are enraged. But you did do it for all of the zombies, so trust me, this still could have been a very good move.
I'm watching with interest.
Okay, so I will sort of restate then. So when these zombies all became enraged, it was only the ones outside of that circle of silence that became enraged. The ones in that circle are still bumbling, and they can't really hear much. Actually, in that case, okay, no, we're going to do something different. Actually, this zombie's going to keep running down. We're going to have two of these, but they do run past Loros, close enough to do an opportunity attack. So,
Even better.
Loros, can you give me an opportunity attack for both of those zombies
For
that ran
both of them?
past? Yeah.
With pleasure. That's one, and that's my second one. So the first one was a 9, so it's a miss. Second one was a 12, doing 12.
Okay, that second one hits that second zombie as it runs past, and you cleave this thing neatly in half, and its two halves kind of just like topple down onto the ground. But that first one did manage to pass by unscathed. It's still within 5 feet of Gil, so no opportunity of attack there. So now we'll go back to the zombies' attacks. The first one at the bottom, sort of to your absolute left, strikes out, and
I call out as he does, and I say, "This'll have," and I cock my eyebrow, "grave consequences." And he takes a -2 to his roll.
all right. So he's only rolled a 7 now. Then,
Oh, that's a shame.
so that's a shame. That misses. That misses poor
That's
Loros.
an ear swing.
But he lashes out one more time, and only rolls an 8. So he's kind of caught air twice, just with the confusion of hearing Gil's words. The zombie next to him, or her, I'm open to these kind of things, attacks twice as well, rolling a 15 and a 17.
Oh, owie, they sting.
Do they both hit?
They both connect, yeah.
All right, doing 11 damage.
That's a lot.
Total between the two. 2 hits.
Oh, math hurts.
Okay, well, we'll get you to add a few more because we've got another zombie standing next to you that also takes a couple of swipes at you. Swiping out with a roll of a 13 and a 7.
Both miss.
Both miss.
That's correct.
half your damage.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. So you've got right, so you get half your damage.
Yeah. So that's 6 instead of the 11, yeah?
Yeah, the remaining 2 zombies, because they were in the zone of silence that Gil had cast out, didn't hear Murikin's words. That's why I ended up saying, maybe it's only fair that we have 2 of these enraged ones hear it. And they're sort of like heading out towards Heymon's sleepy body. And so he's moving right next to it. He takes, what is it? So it's 1d4 damage for every 5 foot of movement?
It takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
That's
2d4
literally
for every 5 feet. And he is dead. And he walks out as he walks out of there. He just kind of like flops down into the ground, torn apart by these invisible spikes that have grown up.
I love those thoughts. That spike growth is such a cool spell.
The other one,
It's the power of 3.
the other one makes his way through as well towards Heymon, and he's gone through 10 foot, so he's taking 4d4 worth of damage. Let's see what he's got. That did a lot of damage. And you see him get to the edge of the circle and topple out. And he too is just torn to pieces. And he topples out and falls to the ground as well. But you see him sort of pull himself back up off the ground and finish his movement towards Heymon. What you see next is this zombie kind of like, as you may remember from earlier, Heymon had to kind of bat off a couple of these zombies earlier, and this zombie is just walking over to Heymon and bends down and just takes a bite out of Heymon's leg.
Heymon's going to turn into a zombie.
What this does, though, is it wakens Heymon from his sleep.
Fuck.
And doesn't get a chance to stop him from taking another bite. So we're going to roll some...
Oh, my God.
We're going to roll some damage on poor Heymon as well, just to... Alright, so Heymon's taken some damage, but he is now awake. He's prone, but he is awake. That's the
That
zombies.
kind of backfired.
That's the zombies' turn. Baron, it's over to you.
That's changed my plan somewhat. Okay, I'm going to run over here. And I've spotted that Heymon's woken up, haven't I? So
all you guys have really seen from your vantage points is a zombie going over and having taken a couple of bites out of Heymon. It's not his turn yet, so you haven't seen his reaction.
Okay, so he hasn't stood up or anything.
No, he's still prone.
Look like he's enjoying it.
No, all you see is that there is a zombie currently taking bites out of Heymon.
Okay. I think I would be suspicious because he's been asleep. But
you guys know what happens if you take damage when asleep. Like, you do know.
Okay, I do know. Okay, because he's the one I'm worried about. I'm going to shoot him.
As the Baron had a gun this whole time. Damn it.
About time.
Pulls out the Glock and just...
Yeah. I mean, fair.
The Baron from the grassy knoll.
How far is it? Is that 60 feet? It says 62 feet.
It'll be 60. If you go from your border to his border, it'll be 60 feet.
Oh, that's just enough then. Okay, I will cast Ice Knife at the I was going to say the Baron.
Hold on, are you behind me? No, you're okay.
He is in half cover from your
is he?
position. You could definitely move and cast.
What does half cover do?
It just increases his AC by 2.
Oh, okay. What did you say? I could move and shoot.
Yeah, I mean, the idea being if you could get sort of so he's not so behind the pillar, like he's on the ground as well, and I do believe that ranged attacks on people within 5 foot is at disadvantage. Is it the same for prone?
Also,
I think it
probably
is.
if you're prone.
Yeah, so it's disadvantage as well.
If he's still lying on the ground and he's behind a thing, I kind of wonder if I even would have seen him. So I'm just going to shoot this guy here, then this zombie.
All right, the one near Loros.
Yeah, I don't want to overestimate my brains. Okay, I'm going.
Why do you always have to shoot things that are in front of you?
It's not.
Why do you stand in front of things?
Because it's my job.
My job to shoot you in the ass.
Because it is going to explode and damage Loros as well.
No, I'm not doing. I'm going to do.
Oh, we're not doing ice enough. I played the animation and everything.
Oh, retract it. Can you retract it?
What the hell am I doing? I'm doing chill touch.
Okay, well, I'll play that one.
I've experienced that one from behind as well.
Wow, this is fun. I rolled a
Oh, he crits! Oh, he does! Fucking brilliant.
I mean, he needed a crit success after the crit fails from a couple of sessions ago.
I got so many ones last time.
I think you're
already
already
necrotic damage.
I mean, that's 100% a hit. Like that cuts through. So that's how much damage? 5 necrotic damage.
The sounds of it, yes.
Yeah,
It's not a hell of a lot, is it?
It's not heaps.
One
But
day,
it's,
yeah.
I think anything. I was going to say it was at advantage anyway, since you're attacking something next to a thing, but you got a crit. So it takes 5 damage, and it kind of gets just knocked. It stops its sort of ferociousness for a bit. Just the kind of damage it's taken just pushes it off its balance a little bit. We're going to say that its next attack's going to be at disadvantage because it's kind of been pushed back a little bit. Anything else?
No. Although this spell, it does say if you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the end of your next turn. Does that only just mean me, or does it mean?
I'm going to take it as meaning the party.
Okay, so that one's got disadvantage on attacks then.
Okay, cool. It is Heymon's turn, who he kind of like he wakes up and he's a little groggy, sees this zombie gnawing on his feet, and he kind of starts batting it away. He's like, get out of there! Oh, get out of there, you little mongrel! And the zombie kind of stops biting him, and he's just going to spend his turn groggily getting to his feet, and that's it. He's Mirin, before it's your turn, I just you guys haven't really seen what the orcs are up to at the moment. So before your turn happens, Joe, we're just going to have these orcs continue. Like, they're going to dash in to see what's going on.
Fucking
Yeah, and that's
orcs.
how they spend their turn.
Have I wouldn't have noticed them, right? No one's yelled out orcs or anything, or
Mirin yelled it out in Elvish.
American you down in Elvish.
Oh.
So those of us that can understand Elvish would know or have heard her and understood her.
Yeah.
not me.
So you're the
no.
only one in the party that can't.
Some good play right there.
But it is Mirin's turn now.
I would have thought a learned scholar like Brian would know all such languages. I thought he'd know the good ones at least.
I do. I know Gnomish.
Oh dear.
Alright. I am going to run along inside the well. I'm going to run forward 30 feet towards Heymon. And I'm going to bring out my staff and bang it on the ground and say, "Hey, you, get back here!" as she casts Thorn Whip on the zombie that has just started nibbling on Heymon, pulling him back 10 feet towards her and back into the cutting magical vines of Spike Growth.
Nice. So an 11 is enough to wrap around this zombie. And with 3 piercing damage, as you're pulling it in, it just kind of like where it has wrapped around it, just shreds that piece completely and separates the top part of the zombie from the bottom part, and it just drops to the ground, dead.
That's brutal. I like it.
Yeah, that Thorn Whip has done amazingly brutal things.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I can do, really.
Who'd have thought nature could have been so nasty?
I'm going to maintain my concentration on the vicious spikes.
Yeah, can you just give me a perception check as well, please?
I can. Just a normal one?
Yeah, just a standard perception check.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
rolled it. 1.
What? You rolled a 17. That's good.
Well, plus 4.
Right, 21. Right. Yeah, sorry. So with that great roll, you can hear sort of like a bit of noise coming from the orcs. You're not understanding what they're saying, but you can tell that they may be sort of like, sounds like they're kind of arguing with each other. You can't really make out the words, but it sounds like they're arguing. Mirin is the only one that heard that, by the way. So, Gil, back to you.
So Gil has heard Mirin though, right?
Gil has heard Mirin, yeah.
So I think I call back like, more pressing matters, Nasa. And then it's like, I want you to imagine Bad Boys 2 with my back against Loros. I'm just going to drop my rapier, spin around his back, drawing my dagger and my short sword, and I'm just going to slash across this zombie here at his neck, and then stab his chest with my dagger.
Nice. Before we roll, I just want you to know I always imagine Bad Boys 2. Yeah, give us a roll for both, please.
A 14 and then a 12.
All right, so that so your short sword carves across. Did you say the neck of this zombie? Is that where you were aiming for? Yep. It slashes across, and a decent chunk gets taken out of its neck, but it's still kind of just like hanging on, just through a few of the vertebrae. And you've done, what was that, 6 damage to that one? The attack of 12, so that was your dagger. You plunge that into it as well, knocking loose a decent chunk of flesh out of its sort of shoulder area. But it sort of turns its attention to you and lets out its eyes fueled with fury for you.
Just imagining its breath.
Oh, it is terrible.
You're right.
Yeah.
Puerile.
Like this is
a reaction before he attacks me.
Its breath is that basically the noxious smell you guys smelled as you were coming up to the old well, but now it is concentrated like right in front of you.
Halitosis.
Okay.
Yeah, just for fun, give us a Constitution check.
Oh,
Sure.
Oh, just for fun.
Just for
A
fun.
save or a check?
We'll do a Constitution save.
Or otherwise it'd be your breath versus its breath.
14.
Yeah. 15. 14.
14, because I didn't have advantage.
Okay, cool. So with a 14, you manage to stomach the smell coming from this thing. And it kind of serves only to anger you a bit more, fuel you up as well. Cool. Sig, back to you.
Has Sig seen the orcs and they chatter?
You can see them, but you can't hear them from where you are. They're kind of doing this thing where one of the orcs is kind of like holding his axe and shaking it. And the other one is like, sort of like shaking his head and pointing back to the mountain range behind them.
With this new threat entering the fray, Sig calls out to his party in common, "Orcs are coming, we must be quick." And then he's going to leap off the stairs, bringing his hammer down at the same time, cracking it onto the top of the zombie below.
Yeah, beautiful. Give me an athletics just to see how awesomely you do it. and then a roll, and we'll see that first. What's that?
Athletics of 6.
That's fine. That's cool. It's only like from where you were landing, it was only a couple of foot down from your starting position. If you had rolled well, I would have given you advantage on this hit. So unfortunately, we'll just give you standard roll for this.
Standard roll coming up.
Standard roll.
Sig rolls a 10.
Ooh, unfortunately, this hammer just like as you leap, you just bring it crashing down on the stairs next to this zombie, and you're now you stand up and are face to face with one of these furious red-eyed zombies. Any bonus actions you'd wanted to take if you had any?
Sig's not feeling great.
Okay, cool. Loros, you've got 3 very aggravated zombies around you, but what you have noticed, one of them, thanks to Gil, is no longer focused on you.
cool. So the one in front of Gil is fairly damaged.
The one in front of Gil,
This one here, yeah.
he's still looking relatively healthy.
Okay, and the other two, that one there, the one in front of me directly in the middle has had his arm chopped off.
Yeah, he's without an arm.
Yeah, and the other guy is pretty much untouched. Yeah.
No. He took a fireball from the Baron. He's not looking very healthy.
Oh, right. So he's scorched, right? Okay. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. So yeah, focusing back on the guy in front of me, I want to make him armless. So I want to chop his other arm off.
Yeah, give me a roll.
The idea of an armless zombie is brilliant. Totally armless. All right, here we go. Rolling with Ragey Great Axe. Oh, piss! It's a 7. Damn it.
Piss indeed. You unfortunately miss his other arm completely. And it's kind of like swaying with anger. Is there anything else you wanted to do? Oh, Joe.
Is his advantage run out now?
Well, that's
I'm a bit
he doesn't.
fuzzy on it.
He gives his rage gives other people advantage on attack.
I give it to everyone else.
Yeah,
not me.
Generous.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, unfortunately that you have missed. Is there anything else you wanted to do or could do?
Is it possible to ready a dodge or something just to be ready assuming they're going to attack, but just is that allowed or no?
If you hadn't attacked, yes, you could have used your action to ready a dodge.
That's cool. All right, so I'm just going to brace. I'm going to just axe slam the ground, grunt, and then come on.
Yeah, okay, cool. It's over to the zombies now. And the one next to Gil just lashes out.
And I'm just going to call out and say, seeing you dead is my number one goal.
I got some
a -2 penalty to his attack.
All right, so he rolled a 14 in -2. He's at 12.
That is not enough to hit me.
That's not enough to hit. He does.
14 was sufficient to hit, by the way.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's good call. Good call on that one. He is going to take one more attack at you. Rolling a 15. So he kind of just lashes out, but it's only 2 damage as he kind of just scratches past one of your arms.
Okay, I take 2.
Yeah, it's not too bad. The one-armed zombie next to Loros slashes out with a crit fail. I haven't had a crit fail for a while, eh?
It's about time.
Let's see how badly that crit fail is. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. He lashes out and sort of, I guess it's the imbalance of only having one arm. He slashes out and leans more towards the side the side missing the arm and slashes across the zombie to his left. And that zombie just drops to the ground.
Hey!
Moans, hits the ground, moans, and kind of stumbles back up onto his feet. But he is, or she, gender neutral zombie, is not looking very good. This damaged zombie is going to attack Loros with disadvantage. And that's a 14?
That's a hit.
Yeah, so he slashes out doing 5 damage into Loros. 3 damage, right. Because of your rage. Good. Yeah, all good, all good. Then we have is Loros still standing? Is he okay? He's taking a bit of damage?
Yeah, Loros is all good. He's just taking it. He's fine.
Okay, cool.
I'd say you'd say he'd be bloodied, but
right.
He's always bloodied.
Sig having landed directly in front of this zombie with his mist hammer strike, looks up at the zombie that sort of just reaches out with a swipe, and misses with an 8. It just scratches across the front of Sig's shield. He tries one more time and rolls a total of 20, not a nat 20, just a total of 20, doing 2 damage to Sig. And that is the zombie's turn. It's the Baron's turn. Now this time, Baron, you have seen, or you can see that Heymon has gotten to his feet.
Oh, and he's standing up.
Oh yeah.
He's gotten to his feet and he's standing up.
And lying down. He's gotten to his feet, fully horizontal.
Oh, dear.
So, he's prostrate and prostate.
Okay.
Okay, well, see now, because I was going to attack the zombie, but now I've seen this guy. Okay. All right. I think we've come to kill him, so I'm not going to feel bad about it. I am going to 60 feet away. Okay, I'm gonna shoot him with the ice knife this time. 60 feet.
Am I allowed to play the animation this time?
Please do.
Okay.
Like the last time. How do I do that? Does this roll? It doesn't
You
roll.
need to work on your Roll20 programming, mate.
I don't think it's. I couldn't access it. It's not like a.
I
11
actually
on the list.
felt them manually, yeah.
God, a 9.
Yeah.
So, he's a wizard.
He is a wizard. Is that
He
what?
might suck at like having a AC.
He does, but not that badly.
Not that bad.
So this ice knife sort of he's kind of just comes to he's a little less groggy now, and he sees this ice knife coming towards him and just manages to move out of the way as it shoots into the trees behind him.
And then he has to do a AC 13. DC 13 Dex.
He does not. He crit fails that ability check.
Okay, so he takes 2d6 damage.
Ali, do you want to roll that for me?
Yes.
Just so there's no shenanigans.
Yeah, no shenanigans, please. A 1 and a 3, so that's a 4.
4 damage. So yeah, he's dodged it and he's moved to the side and he thinks he's okay. He just thought it was just a knife, and it hits the ground behind him and sort of explodes and sending shards of ice up his back.
All to plan. That's what I wanted to happen.
I can sympathise with how that feels.
I'm
I
sure
don't think it was an ice knife yet, but
yeah, it's always been chill touch. You've had a little cold
time.
touch on your
Neither, yeah.
You did get ice knife, actually.
What
I
was
did
it?
get ice knife. I've had both.
I have you.
oh, you've had a. No,
No,
I've given you 2 chill touches. Have I hit you a third time?
Was the ice knife from the dungeon?
Oh, maybe you're right.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Probably.
Probably. We can do it.
Anything else, Baron?
Yeah, I'm going to move a bit over to here.
All right, cool. You're nice. Taking cover. I like it. It is Heymon's turn. And he's just surveying. He's going to spend half his turn surveying the absolute mess of ruins all around him. He had his like a backpack on, sort of like a makeshift backpack that he just drops to the ground, and he's looking pretty like he looks absolutely destroyed inside. All of his zombies have been taken care of, or most of them have been. He thinks he's finally sort of up against something that could actually be a bit of a challenge. And he just sees Sig. He just sees Sig on the stairs in front of him and slams his quarterstaff down into the ground as he casts a level 2 magic missile in Sig's direction. And that hits, doing 13 damage.
Oh, ow.
What was the attack?
Magic missile, level 2.
Oh, again with the magic missiles.
He's loving that magic missile.
I mean, you guys knew what he had on him.
we did. We were expecting it.
Well,
Although all he's used on us is magic missile, I'm looking forward to seeing what else he's got.
Was it 12 damage?
It was 13 damage. Yeah. And he just slowly sort of starts moving towards the group. He hasn't seen Mirin by the time he ends his turn. It is Mirikin's turn again. Yeah, and let's just say the orcs have kind of like made their way. They haven't run towards. They've just sort of made their way closer to the edge of this pit, And one of them is really looks really pumped to go, and the other one is kind of like got one hand on the other one's shoulder, and sort of like trying to talk him down, I think. But Mirin, it's over to you.
Ooh. Let's see how far away he is from me. Oops, I'm trying to move myself. Getting the ruler out. Ooh, he's 40 feet away from me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start by moving 10 feet closer to him so he's in range of my thorn whip.
Now,
and I'm going to...
Be careful, because you're walking into the spike growth.
Which you should know is there.
Which because I know about it, I don't have to worry about it.
Okay. It's still difficult terrain, though, yeah?
Yeah, but I'm not in it yet.
Cool.
Oh, am I one into it?
You're like a foot. You're a foot into it.
Okay. I'm so terrified of attacking this guy. I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to try and pull the exact same trick I just did on that zombie.
Do it.
Right, I've got a backup as well. Please hit. Okay. So again, casting Thorn Whip.
Well, then...
I've already rolled 11.
11 isn't enough.
High level wizard.
It shoots out towards him, and it looks like it's going to grab onto the arm holding the staff, and he moves his arm back just as it wraps around air and pulls back towards you with nothing in it.
Right, I'm going to use. I'm going to pull out another ace in the hole, which probably won't work either. I'm going to use my bonus move to enshroud myself in mist and teleport right near him, 10 foot away from him. And I'm going to use my amazing level 3 ability. So let me just bring that up. So as I teleport towards
Wait
him...
a second.
Wait.
I just want to make sure. No, it's a bonus action. Sorry. No, that's cool. Cool. Carry on. Wait.
All right. So this is like high risk. As I step out of my silvery mist, a sprinkling of golden powder fills the air around me, and he must pass a wisdom save or be charmed by me.
Bravo! That's just brilliant.
Oh, I'm so scared. Just steps out of the mist and just like, hi, friend.
So a wisdom. So I'm gonna roll this using roll 20 to make sure you see the roll instead of it being like a thing. And he's gonna get to add 1 to this.
I'm going to have a heart attack.
Did that?
Oh, it's a 5.
Oh, hello, friend.
Oh, you're beautiful.
Buddy.
Now that's charmed by you, not the rest.
Yes.
Okay.
For 1 minute.
Yeah, no, that's like 10 turns.
Until myself or an ally attacks him. Now, I suppose it's up to your judgment as to whether myself extends to my comrades also.
It doesn't. It's you. It's
oh shit.
He sees you stepping out of this the silvery mist, and he looks over at you, and the mist, sort of the sparkly kind of mist, powdery air around him goes. He inhales it, and he looks at you with a sort of like a friendliness, and he says to you, "Oh, you can do that as well, eh? It's a pretty cool move, don't you reckon?"
Yeah. You get it. You get it.
Okay, cool. We'll see what else happens with that. Gil.
Did I see this interaction? Like,
you've got a big, like 7-foot Goliath right in your way, So you've probably seen Heymon turn to talk to someone. You probably don't know it's Mirin.
okay, that's cool. So I think I'm still like in the 3D Bad Boys 2 fight sequence. I'm just gonna like swap hands, like swap my short sword and my dagger over.
Okay.
So my right hand has my short sword now. I'm just gonna plunge it into the nearest zombie.
Cool. Give us a roll.
Straight in the gut. Uh, 22 for 3 damage.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, it goes straight into the gut, and you kind of like just see sort of black ooze pouring out of the wound that you've carved into its stomach. It still stands though.
Okay. As I hold it there with my short sword in its gut, I'm just going to flip the knife around in my hand and then stab down onto its forehead.
Cool. Give me a roll with advantage.
I already was.
Oh yeah, of course. since you're next to
19.
19 is enough.
Nice.
I'm gonna call that one an instant crit. And you just plunge this thing down into its head, and it just drops. Its head sort of like, as you plunge it in, you do it with such force that its skull kind of collapses in as well. And you can get a hint of just this kind of pulsing rotten brain in its head that just stops as it drops to the ground,
brilliant.
falling away from your dagger.
I end my turn.
Okay, cool. That zombie, unlike the others, it didn't seem to get back up from being taken out.
Interesting.
Gil's probably the only one that's put this together. Everyone else is busy doing their own thing. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
I don't think I've put anything together.
Cool. Okay, fine. Sig, back to you, face to face with this ferocious zombie.
All right, Sig has just suffered an attack from one of his foes, and the sting of the pain ripples through his body, and he takes a large breath, and for a moment he feels like he's breathed in the fresh air of the Cragnolian Alps as he uses second wind.
Yes, here we go.
So we get to roll a d10 plus 3, which is plus 9.
Nice.
So I gain 9 health, and then he drops his hammer to a short rest and then punches it into the zombie in front of him's face.
Right into the face. Give us a roll,
Into that
please.
face. With a 10.
Yeah, there's something about this zombie that just seems to know every move you're doing.
Saw you coming.
Yeah, he sees it coming and he just kind of sort of like moves slowly out of the way. And we move back to Loros, who only has 2 zombies in front of him now. One looking very poorly, and the other looking half armless.
Almost. Gil's doing a great job. I'm super impressed with the way Gil's dropping these zombies. I'm just noticing these things dropping. I'm like giving him this kind of fatherly look. I'm very proud of the young guy right now. It's great. So yeah, recognizing Gil's skill, but I'm still going to attempt to hack this guy's arm off again because I want him armless.
Okay, yeah, give us a roll.
Here it comes. It's a 10 for
You guys in your
fuck's
10s. Yeah.
sake.
You've got cutting its arm in mind, and you bring that axe down towards the arm you've already cut off, and it hits, just swipes through air. It would have been beautiful had that arm still been there.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Gil calls out. I thought you two were good at this.
Oh, yeah. Been
Okay.
distracted by his failings.
It is
Yeah.
nothing else.
Readying for the zombies. Bring it on.
Zombie turn again. The one in front of Sig strikes out. Oh, Sig. There's a crit fail from this zombie.
Oh, dear.
They've done more damage themselves.
I know.
It's gonna kill-
Yes. And this is even worse than the last crit fail. What are we going to have done here? Poor little guy. So he swipes out. He's from like right to left. Swipes out, scratches past your shield, and you kind of just give him just like a little nudge. And he just topples into the spiked growth.
Oh, no.
Right? And so he gets 2d4 damage.
Oh, brilliant.
and now he's in the spike growth, but he's also in the silence. I assume that Gil's still got his silence sphere. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We've only got 2 other zombies. The one that's looking pretty poorly is going to attack Loros with disadvantage, which is a 6, and one more for a roll of 13.
That misses.
2 misses. So he's swiped out twice, and he's missing with both. Then the one-armed zombie sort of lets out a big and swipes out with his one remaining arm. Rolls a 15.
Ooh.
Doing 2 damage to Loros.
I'll take one.
Also, Random Origins has given some inspiration points to the Baron and Mirin.
Thank you.
Yay!
So,
Thank you very much.
so make sure you note that in D&D Beyond, just so people can know.
Your little son.
Yeah. Oh, and he's given one to me.
Yay!
Oh,
Who's
wait a
turning
minute.
you on, man?
Yeah, like, come on.
You can use it in a good way, though, right? You can...
No, not the DM.
Why would he?
It is the Baron's turn now that the zombies have finished their turn.
All right. Well, I'm just going to scuttle over into the corner here, and I'm going to use Chill Touch onto this zombie that's closest to me. Which one should I have this? 1d20. Sorry about this. There it goes. 14.
The one-armed zombie, is that right?
It's the one that's closest to me.
Yeah, that's the one-armed zombie. So that is a hit. That is
Awesome.
a hit.
So 1d8 damage. 6.
Okay, cool. Again, you sort of knock this one. It doesn't drop to the ground. It just kind of like stumbles a little bit, and it's going to have a disadvantage on its next turn.
Yeah, from that Chill Touch, right?
Yeah.
It's still alive?
It is still alive. Yeah. It's still standing.
Okay. That's all from me.
Okay. It's Heymon's turn.
Uh-oh.
He sort of rushes over to Mirin and says, "Look, you need to take my bag. You need to get out of here. These guys are crazy. I don't know what's up with them, but look, there's something in my bag that's incredibly important. I can't have them find it. So look, I just dropped it back there when I got up and did that sweet fireball move, that magic missile thingy. Please, if you can do that, I'll take care of these guys. Get out of here. Go. And that's how he's spent his turn.
Wow.
Mirin. Before Mirin has her turn. What are we going to do here? There is a sort of a sound of something landing sort of behind you.
Uh-oh.
And you sort of hear this thing hit the stairs behind you. And you look down and you just see, you turn and you see just a shattered javelin in the ground behind you. But you see, as you turn as well, you see the other orc just sort of really tugging on the angry orc's shoulder, and he's really gesticulating back towards the mountains now, almost pleading to maybe leave. Not sure. Anyway, Mirin, your turn.
All right. Mirin grabs the bag, the rucksack or whatever off him, and looks him deep in the eyes and goes, "Thank you, friend. I'll protect it with my life. Get out of here now. I promise. I'll look after this. Just leave. Go."
So you're telling him to leave. Can you give me a persuasion roll?
Okay.
With advantage if he's charmed.
Yeah, totally with advantage.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I'm queuing up my advantage, please. Oh, should I use inspiration? This would be a really good point to use inspiration.
Well, it's already at advantage.
It's already at advantage, so I can't get double if I'm
No.
Good thing I have the worst charisma.
Oh yeah, the worst charisma ever.
10.
We'll see how that plays out.
It's got the bag though.
Anything else?
I'll start running in the opposite direction to where my comrades are. So I'm going to run 30 feet towards them. And that will be my move.
Are you going to move your little character?
I was just stepping out the 30, is that right?
Oh, right. So you're running towards the comrades.
Yes.
Nice.
Interesting.
To
I wonder,
rejoin them.
yeah, but I wonder how Heymon's going to take that move.
Does your charm spell lose effectiveness for when you're further away from it, or no?
I don't believe.
No, once he's charmed for a minute. So the only thing that's going to snap him out of that is if he's attacked by.
If he gets attacked.
Yeah. Cool. Gil, back to you.
Dave, can you describe how Loros is currently standing?
How he's standing?
Yeah, post him being attacked and like attacking back and stuff.
Not sure what you mean. Basically, so the last.
Is he standing at full stretch? Is he crouched over? Like,
he's kind of just bracing. He's been bracing for the attacks that have been coming. So he's kind of just sort of dodge. So he'd be, I guess, crouched a bit, sort of, ready to launch into another attack.
Okay, I think like if he's standing there braced, what I'm gonna do is Gil, like being real cocky after like playing left and right,
God,
is actually gonna step up onto the flat side of his axe, and he's gonna do like a little tumble over Loros. So he's gonna try to like lightly step up, like acrobatically, one might say.
Yeah, that's going to be an acrobatics check.
We'll see how this goes.
This feels like a Finn and Elst moment.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled with advantage, but I probably shouldn't.
Oh,
So you rolled a
It's a
1.
5.
Well,
it's a crit fail.
it was a crit fail.
It was a
a
crit.
crit fail.
So can you just describe what you were trying to do? So you're going to try like stand on the
Yeah, so what I was trying to do was stand on the flat side of the great axe,
Mm-hmm.
and I was going to try to like barrel roll over Loros,
Cool.
and then slash down with my dagger at this guy here.
Give me a roll to hit.
Okay.
Gil. Pride cometh before a fall.
Oh yeah, look at me, I'm so good.
15.
And give me a D100.
No, it's 16 because you get the advantage in the 16.
Yeah.
Oh,
74.
nice.
Okay. All right. Dave, what's your AC?
My AC is 14.
14. All right. So as Gil kind of like does this little barrel roll over you, so what weapon was in your hand?
The dagger.
The dagger was in your hand.
No.
As you roll over and it kind of
It's
just
better than the short sword.
yeah. It catches on Loros and sort of like you just scratch along his side before you don't even notice it's happening. Your roll, you think you're perfecting this. You roll over him, you finish the maneuver, and you plunge this dagger into the zombie's head, and it drops dead to the ground. But you have done 1 point of damage to Loros during that maneuver.
Ow!
So Loros screams out in agony as you do that.
Loros is like fit for this shit.
He's just like a magnet for getting hit by stupid.
Accidental friendly fire, yeah.
Yeah.
Friendly fire, just put me in front of anybody, I don't care. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Gil, do you have any points of inspiration or anything at the moment?
I think I might have an inspiration actually.
Because if you didn't, I was going to give you one for that move. That was a great move. But even though it failed, it was still a really good move.
And then I'm just gonna land.
Yeah.
Gonna take so attacking with light weapons is you can do 2 attacks.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And then so like I'm landing on one knee, and I still think I'm hot shit, right? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that Loros got hurt or anything. And so
Yeah,
I
Loros-
think if I rolled another one, I'm just going to like reach out from one knee up towards the one that Loros has been trying to deal to for like ever and ever with my short sword.
Okay, cool. Give us a roll to hit.
With advantage because of Loros, ironically.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 17.
Perfect.
Oh, you cocky son of a...
So from that kneeling position, you just kind of pull out that short sword and like swipe it up the side of this zombie, and its arm goes flying, so it's now armless. You've managed to do what Loros couldn't, and it falls back onto the ground. It sort of lets out a little moan and stands back up, looking.
I think I just want to like pose on one knee with like a big gaudy white toothed smile and just like the sun glinting off my sword and my teeth at the same time.
Meanwhile, there's a small scratch, like a puddle of blood forming on Loras's side.
I don't know about that, so it's fine.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
Really
Sig,
blend in.
Sig, it is your turn. You've just been attacked by a zombie that you've kind of nudged off into the spike growth.
So Sig, being through the battles that he has, understands that this zombie must be immune to hammers. So he drops his hammer down for a moment and then charges and shoves the zombie back further into the spike growth.
Give me a strength check, please. No, I'll roll. What am I going to roll? I'm going to roll and see how we do.
Sig rolls a 17.
Ooh.
And the zombie rolled a 17 plus 1. So 18. You guys clash. You guys clash. It's at this point you notice that you've come up against what is clearly one of the biggest, strongest, muscliest zombies of the lot. You kind of have a quick look around and you see all these wiry, dead bodies, but this guy seems just to be hulking out in front of you. Anything else?
Sig will move his feet into the sternest, strongest part of the rocks beneath him, ready for the next round.
Okay, cool. Loros, we're back with you. You've just seen, you've just had Gil roll over you, and you've felt something like jab really sharp into your side. And then he had the gall to remove the arm that you've been so focused on removing.
So before I get into it, I just want to check how many rounds this battle's gone for, because I need to verify how many rounds my rage has been engaged for. So it's essentially a minute.
I'd say that's like.
So it must be about 8.
I'd say maybe
9?
6 or 7. So it hasn't been a minute yet.
Okay, cool. I'm good. All right, sweet. I'm filthy with Gil. Let's just. So he's rolled over my shoulders, basically sliced me in the side in the process of doing it, right?
Yeah, certainly has. You're like a punching bag.
Already raging. This is just infuriated me even more.
Loros, the human jungle gym.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to look down at this little poser and his little smile and just like, Gil, seriously? And then I turn my attention to this armless zombie. And in a way of kind of showing Gil how it should be done, I'm basically just going to drop my axe, pick him up, and body slam him onto the ground, like the I don't know, Ultimate Warrior style. Just pick him up and turf him into the ground.
Yeah, give us a roll to hit.
So it's just unarmed, eh?
Yeah, we'll just do an unarmed for this one.
Sweet. And I would like to use the inspiration point that I've got sitting there, so I want to do it with advantage.
Actually, I'm going to think this through. This is... You're trying to grab him, yeah? You're trying to grapple him, basically. Grab onto him to do this move, right?
Well, I'm basically just... Yeah, he has no arms, so
you're not striking him. You're trying to grab and then do some sort of move on him. So we'll have to do a grapple. So we're going to have to do a strength. We're going to have to do a strength check.
Okay. Can I use my inspiration point to get advantage on this roll?
You certainly can.
Thank you. So you want a strength check of some kind, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. There it comes. I roll a 17.
I tell you what, you could have rolled a 1 and done it. He had no arms to stop you. I just wanted you to roll. So you basically you grab him, and we'll do an unarmed strike as well. So now we can just let you do.
All right, cool. Now we can slam him into the ground.
Yeah.
Awesome. Unarmed attack. There it is. All right. So 17 again, doing 4 damage.
Perfect. So you just pick this armless zombie up, and are you like head first into the ground, or just like landing on top of him, like kind of full on body slam? Like, what are you wanting to do?
Just a body slam. So the scoop slam. Like you've round him into the ring and just pick him up and just
yeah. You pick him up and just like sort of leap into the air and sort of do this almost half backflip and just come down on top of this zombie, and it just pops. Like its rib cage pops, its pelvis bone just shatters, and you kind of like you push yourself up off the ground, and its head is a mess. There's almost nothing left of this thing.
I needed some zombie goo.
Oh yeah. So there's just one. There's only one zombie left by the looks of things. And
spinning
Heymon.
ball.
The biggest zombie.
Come on, Steve. What are you doing?
Toughest zombie.
All right, so it is the zombie's turn, and the one in front of Sig, man, he's pissy. He's just as frustrated with you, I think, Sig. But he rolls with his first attack an 18.
Ooh. That is not enough to beat Cragnolian Steel.
Oh, dang! Okay, perfect. So that sort of just is it due to the shield? You're holding up the shield that has stopped his attack. Is that what you're thinking?
My AC is 20.
Oh, damn! When did that go up? What has it always been 20?
I bought splint mail from the shop.
Okay, good. That's awesome. No, that's good. It's not going to stop him from scratching out one more time. And both attacks just kind of like are deflected, or just don't seem to penetrate the armor that you've got.
Nice.
And I even used a point of inspiration to really try. Okay, that's the zombie's turn. Shannon or Baron, back to you.
All right, I'm going to run up next to American, and then look to my right and see a zombie that's still attacking. I'm going to attempt chill touch on it.
Watch out, Sig.
This shit's really weird and kind of unexpected.
Okay, with a roll of 12, you have managed to attack this zombie.
1d8. So how much damage does it do? There's a 4.
And that's enough to knock him down into the spike growth. Normally that would have had him sort of resurged, like get back up to his feet, but he gets knocked down. He lets out a little moan, and as he gets up, the spike growth just kind of tears his arms to pieces, and he flops down into the spike growth, dead.
Oh, invisible spikes.
Yeah, that spike growth was a great move. Anything else, Shannon?
I'm just going to look at American and ask, what the hell's going on? What's the bag? What's that bag you've got?
I've charmed him. I'm panicking, but he's my friend right now, and I don't know what to do. But I've got his stuff.
Cool.
We got to get out of here.
Right. I look freaked out. That's the end of my turn. I'm just looking surprised.
Cool. Now, what did you roll on the? You did a performance check before, Joe. I wanted a persuasion check.
Did I do the wrong one?
Could you give me a persuasion check?
And that was at advantage because he was indeed.
That's right.
Persuasion. I've clicked the one above.
Should be the same.
Should be better.
That's right.
I rolled 2 6s.
Okay, that's fine. So Heymon sees you, like you've grabbed that bag, and just taken off towards who he thinks is the enemy. But you've shouted out, "Get out of here! Get out of here!" And there's a bit of confusion because he's like, "I just told you to get out of here, and I'll take care of it." And he's just like, "Well, I guess she's a great girl, so she's probably got this under control." And he slams his quarterstaff down, and that same kind of silvery mist appears around him, and he just disappears.
Okay.
I don't know if I've made a good choice, but
Okay.
And you can sort of, who might see this? Sig, you're facing in that direction. You sort of see him reappear, sort of a good distance off to the right of where he was originally standing. He seems just to be running.
We're not catching him with Vivi. He's so far away from us.
Yeah. Cool. Mirin, back to you.
He is going to be so pissed when he realizes that I'm not his friend.
Well, you've got all this stuff now.
So she's already explained that to dear Brian. But so I can see that all the zombies are dead now.
Yeah, all of the zombies are
covered
dead.
in blood, with panting and puffing and looking generally disheveled. And I just call out, "Orcs have arrived. I've charmed Heymon. He's running off. Help! What do we do? I've got his stuff for some reason."
Are you doing any action, or are you just talking for your turn?
I will move closer to my team, and I'm just going to ready a dodge just in case a stray javelin comes at me.
Okay, cool.
I just want everyone to know there's orcs.
Yeah, so you spend your turn explaining exactly what's happened. The whole team now knows that you charmed Heymon, that you told him to run after obtaining his gear, and that you've been attacked you think you've been attacked by at least one orc attack. So that's what everyone knows. Gil.
I just want to stress he's probably going to be extremely pissed, and I'm very frightened.
Question for the DM. So do we know, like, after a charm spell that the person, like, realizes that they've been magically influenced and they...
Yeah, so you know that. You know that because you charm people with song. I believe the Baron would know since it's magical.
And also he has been charmed.
And he's been charmed. Yep. Actually, you would all know because you've seen what happened with Baron.
Charmed me.
Yeah. So yes, you will. You all know that he'll be aware that he's been charmed.
Okay. And like Gil looking over, does he see the orcs as well, or like if I'm facing I'm looking in this general direction?
Yeah, you see the orcs. You're on the same sort of level as they are, and they're sort of like focused on this on Heymon running towards them now.
Is that John saying that, or is that Gil saying that?
Gil runs his hands through his hair. Fuck!
But he's still posing, still like sexy boy band style.
Yeah. I think knowing that he's going to be pissed at us, I'm just going to run forward to here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast Sleep.
Again.
Yeah, good stuff on getting away.
Now, okay, so this will be classified as an attack on him. That's right?
Well, it doesn't do any damage.
It's more like going to a bar or a...
No,
It's
I'll put the rules in the chat.
I'm more concerned with the rules of Charmed. Where is the? Did you put the rules up for your Charmed? Oh, there he goes. Or until you or an ally attack them. It doesn't say it hurts them. So
it's a magical slumber. It's not really
Yeah,
it's an
so
effect.
it depends if you consider this an attack or not.
Yeah. You're the DM.
It's a magical attack, right? It's 100% a magical attack.
It's a magical effect.
It's a magical spell that puts on some sort of like condition, right? That's an attack.
It's affecting him against his will, essentially, which is an attack.
So,
But
if you hit, amazing.
please don't miss.
I'm going to cast it at level 2.
You're gonna what? Sorry.
I'm going to cast it at level 2. So there is no save.
No, you just roll.
Oh,
So I roll 7d8. And if he goes to sleep.
78. Oh,
And it's just going to be higher than his HP, right?
Yeah, correct.
and how big of a radius is this?
20
feet. Okay.
20, but I'm going to center it on him.
you could probably get the orcs as well.
Mm,
Nah.
Nah, you wouldn't be able to.
They're almost 30 foot away from him.
But it's a radius, so that
Yeah.
means 20-foot
Yeah.
radius,
I-
40 feet.
could, but it's pretty risky.
You would be able to get Heymon and one of the orcs if you placed it. If you
Perfectly.
placed it.
Wait, which
perfectly.
one's the one? Oh, actually, Gil doesn't know which one was arguing to leave and which one was arguing to stay.
Oh, God.
Gil
Right.
doesn't know.
No. Okay.
Good ass.
In that case, my primary concern is Heymon.
Okay.
I rolled a 42.
Oh, nice.
Probably not okay.
Yeah, as Heyman's like.
Wait, I've got a song. Rockabye Heymon with your zombies. Where the dead go, the people will fear. When the bard sings, the necro will fall. And down will go Heymon, undead and all.
At full speed, full kind of like mid-air run, Heymon just like unconscious and just like soars through the air and just into the ground.
Oh, brilliant.
He is
Fly. I love it.
he is fast asleep.
Amazing.
Which is a great time to take a quick break, I think.
Sure.
I think we can take a nice break.
That was
from
intense.
here.
Oh,
That was amazing. That
imagine
was
how flying.
seriously good.
I'm very survived. I'm very surprised that went as well as it did.
Yeah. including the crits and the fails and the multiple non-hits from Sig and I.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I was so panicking when I was like, oh, God, what have I done?
I'll be back.
Okay, cool, yeah. It's a good time to grab
Okay.
a drink or anything else you might need. What have we got? I think. Wait a second. Oh, that's cruel. Why did you do 490? Okay, so there's like
499 random. That's not cool.
he's 1 point away from spawning Billy. He didn't commit. He didn't commit.
No, don't. Yes, that's good.
Okay, so for anyone who's in the chat that's kind of like, what are they talking about? Billy is one Billy Goblin. He's a recurring character that our players love to hate. We've got a thing where every 2,500 points, the Goblin is spawned. He's 1 point away. That is, you could cheer one bit, a single bit, can see Billy arrive, or maybe we don't know what. Maybe it's a Goblin. The rules state a Goblin will appear, so I'm not going to say specifically Billy, but a Goblin will appear. And that's just one of the many ways that you can support us with getting dicey.
Support us / sabotage us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it supports my happiness and it sabotages their fun. So that's kind of it's a good way to think of it. Other ways you can support us, you can also donate using the donate button, and any donation over $20 means you can tell us the name, or tell me, you'll talk to me about it, the name and a trait of an NPC that's coming up. So you can help design any NPCs that are coming up, just to help you feel a little part of what we do here, which is always fun. Also, maybe you just love what we do and you want to just be able to show people how cool we are. We've got some shirts underneath. What's that? Dave, is that you? Dave. Dave, turn off your TV or whatever it is. He's got me on mute. I'm going to message him and embarrass him because he thinks he can't hear me. Dave. Good thing we're on a break. And what is he watching? I feel like I should turn that up so we can all hear what he's listening to.
No, you're not. Bro, don't take that shit.
What are you watching, Dave?
I'll be more than happy.
There you go. He's just got the message. Is he going to look? No, he's still not sure. Dave. No, he's definitely enjoying himself. This is Dave. Dave's listening to something and watching something and laughing away.
What? Weird.
Dave,
What?
what's going on?
Hang on.
Hang on, he says. Dave, can you hear us?
Sorry, I flicked over to see what Tim Provise was doing because he had heaps of viewers.
You can definitely mute your microphone if you're going to do that.
Well, fun enough, it can only have been playing through here and somehow picking up on the microphone from my laptop.
I think we just solved our microphone loop echo then, if that's the case. If your microphone is sensitive enough sometimes to pick up your headphones.
It wasn't, but no, see, because normally I have Twitch on mute, and we have the echo, so it's...
Yeah, no, but our voices come out your headset that your microphone must pick up on sometimes.
Nah.
It was Dave. It was Dave.
It's Dave. It's totally Dave. Anyway, that was super exciting for everyone sitting and waiting for us to talk about what we do. Yeah.
Oh man, that was a freaking tense battle again.
Yeah, tell me your guys' thoughts on what went down.
Some serious
Okay,
intelligent play.
You guys
was
did
like-
a lot of cool stuff.
I was really scared that everyone was going to be like, "Oh no!" at what I did.
Nah, that was
What?
awesome.
No
That
way.
was so cool. But I love it when Mirin is like this brave little elf charging into battle. It's brilliant.
Yeah. I'm just going to have a quick look over the chat while we're waiting for John and Shannon to come back.
Cool.
Imagine I was just like, what would you do if you suddenly made the scariest person in the vicinity your good friend? Like, what do you do with that?
Quick,
Yeah.
give me your pants.
I'm like, damn, I forgot to ask him if I could just borrow his staff real quick. Damn it.
Hey, with a good roll, he totally would have given it to you, I think.
I definitely didn't roll well, so
No. But he still trusted you. He still trusted you pretty implicitly there.
what a relief.
Yeah.
He's gonna wake up in a real interesting state this time.
If he wakes up at all. I don't know what Sig's going to allow to happen here.
Please use the inspiration point so that we don't end up getting owned by him again.
Yeah, Sig, you got a nice magic missile from him again. He just saw you. And was just
Oh
like,
my god.
"Oh." You've had a couple of people really chanting for you in the chat as well. Like Sig owning the stream.
That's that
Someone
great
else's...
armor.
Yeah.
That next level armor.
Someone was, but yeah, you've got a little bit of a following. Jackalope was wanting to know what you were drinking as well, which is strawberry milk.
Strawberry milk. Mhm.
The liquid of champs.
Oh yeah, it's like the best liquid.
Yeah, I could go for some strawberry milk. I could do that. I could definitely go for some strawberry milk. Oh, so Joe's gone now. Okay, that's all right. We'll wait till she gets back and we'll get back into it. So yeah, just was saying before a couple of you guys disappeared, we are literally 1 point away from a goblin appearance, by the way.
Thanks, random. Really? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Nice. I like
Yeah.
the strategy.
I think he's trying to coax just one person into doing. All you need is one bit. Just cheer one bit, and you can join in, and it'll be good. And ruining these guys' fun for the next hour.
Let's be fair. It'll be about 30 seconds before Sig smashes its brains in.
I mean, that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. If you guys are all ready, we can drop you back into the mix. In the mix. Now, for some reason, the map wasn't animating on my side, so boo. So I didn't have all the cool like sound and trees moving and birds flying overhead. So sorry, viewers. I don't know what went wrong there,
Yeah.
but it's working for you
I can
guys.
hear
You
the
guys are
birds now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's working for me. I've been hearing birds and stuff. It's great.
cool. So it's only all of our viewers missing out on it, and me.
Oh, well. Oh, well.
What do I
It
matter?
does look good, though, even if
does.
it's not animated. It looks fancy.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for it to load. I don't know why my computer's not picking up that map very well tonight. So we'll wait for that to
Probably because you're on
appear.
PC.
Hey, don't. Come on. I set this up on PC, man. Set this up on a PC.
Don't start.
I know, we get in the Discord all the time. It's like, you're getting PC.
You guys complaining about Windows when you're not even using the most recent one. I mean, but I mean, that's quite common with Mac users, right? Not using the most recent OS.
Yeah.
No, we get free OS updates, so we're always on the latest.
Hey, we get free
Yeah.
Windows 10 updates.
Not yeah, but you had to buy Windows 10.
Actually, no, because I got it during the free upgrade period, so I didn't.
Yeah,
that's
but we get free all the time.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you have to
Sorry,
put up
always get
because
the
you have to put up with it. That's why. They're like,
The
please
free
use
upgrade
it.
period is every time.
Yeah,
like,
but see,
And it doesn't break. It just does what it does.
Windows is so good, people want to pay for it. That's the thing.
That's
They-
what Windows is telling.
Apple has to
It's
give
a
it away for
Microsoft-
free. Oh,
That's a
embarrassing.
Microsoft have. Pay
Anyway,
for my chat. It's a Microsoft have.
okay. Anyway, let's I win this guy. I
Talk to your
win.
APK.
And you all
It's all
die
right.
in a fireball because I'm the DM. Damn it. No, all right, let's get back into it. Let's get Hood.
Stop flaming the DM.
yeah. I mean, if you guys think you've won this
It
argument,
was just a joke.
I'm very surprised at like how proportionally that there are more Mac users on this in the group than there are.
to be
Windows.
fair, there may be more Mac users, but there's only 3 people who like Mac. Because, yeah. Joe, we thought we'd have. Never mind. We won't get into it.
It's the wrong stream.
It's totally the wrong stream. This is a D&D stream, not like a Mac versus PC.
I'm just being in it.
So, anyway, so we're back at the old Elwell. You guys have just taken care of all the zombies. Your good friend Heymon has just taken a bit of a sleep. What is his second sleep now? You guys and your love of like slipping roofies to mages. And
How we roll.
and a couple of orcs that were kind of preparing themselves as Heymon was running towards them. We'll start at we'll keep the order going for now. Sig, we're back with you. What would you like to do?
So Sig would like to assess the battlefield and Murikin's face to see if he can determine if the spike growth is still in effect.
I was going to say, is it all right if I end that concentration spell now?
Yeah,
That
I
all the
was.
zombies-
Yeah, I was going to ask you at the end of your last turn if you wanted to release that. So you can totally release that now if you like.
I will release that.
Okay, I will delete that.
So Sig is going to spend his turn dashing towards Heymon, and he has to go around a bit of a corner. So I'm guessing I can get maybe somewhere here.
Let's have a look. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 30, yeah, about there. Let's say that.
Sweet. And Sig will be like, after them. He used a plural when he didn't need to, but that's what happens.
Cool. Do you just want to... Oh, there we go. Loris, over to you.
So I've seen obviously Heymon drop to sleep. I've seen Sig chase off after him.
Mm-hmm.
From where I'm at, can I see? Am I able to see the orcs and figure out whether they're a threat or not, or do they appear like they're threatening, or are they actually looking like they're leaving? What's their kind of situation?
At seeing Heymon running towards them, they've both got battle axes in their hands.
Okay. All right. So, given this is kind of I think this is like the last round of the battle that my rage will last. Although I can flick it back on again, but I'm just kind of for this particular session. I'm going to run about 30 feet that way, and from here, I am going to throw a javelin at that guy.
Okay, what's the range on your javelin?
I can't remember. Hang on a second. I never use I very rarely use them.
It's 30 feet. So javelin is 30 foot, or 100 up to 120 with disadvantage.
Up to 120, but it's disadvantage, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's a throw of 60 odd feet, so I guess that counts as disadvantage.
Correct.
So I will still throw it with disadvantage. I have no problem with that. I roll a 14.
Let's have a look. A 14 is enough, actually.
And it does 6 piercing damage to this ugly orc here.
6 piercing damage. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So that javelin goes sort of like flying through the air and hits into the orc. And he just sort of lets out a bit of a scream as it like just lands into his thigh. Just punches straight through the armor he's got over his thigh. And he screams out, "Ah! I'll get you, you maggot!" He screams as he points at... Yeah, he points.
And with that, my rage subsides.
Okay. We'll just get rid of the zombies out of the turn order.
It should be +2, right? Because it was raging.
Oh, yeah, +2. Sorry, I don't have a javelin rage. Sorry, because I don't. It was.
Oh, is it an extra two damage on?
Yeah.
It? Oh, it's even better.
Good spot, John. Thank you.
Cool. Okay. So we're back with Shannon. Baron, what's that Baron up to?
I just looked up the world Olympic javelin throwing at 321 feet. So that's
wow.
Oh, seriously? I reckon Loros could match that.
Yeah.
I might try it one time.
You can only 120 feet, though.
I might have to ask it.
You can do it.
That can be a side quest.
How far can I throw a javelin?
I'm going to go up behind this rock here, and I'm going to shoot the one that just got shot with Chill Touch.
Chill Touch, okay. What's the range on that thing? That's
120 feet.
Dang, okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Diddly-doo.
Easy.
What's that? A 9.
That's a 9. That one does miss, unfortunately.
Okay,
I like to
me.
think that it kind of just like dissipated just as it got to him. Just kind of like just faded off into nothing.
Stroked his leg.
Yeah. Okay, it is. Heymon is fast asleep yet again, completely undisturbed. He just lays there. It's before it is Mirin concerned. It is the orc's turn, and both of them, especially the one that took the javelin, he's fuming, but the other one is sort of like grabbing on, trying to like pull him back, and realizes it's just no use.
I'm so pleased I hit the angry one.
And the goblin, the orc that has can't seem to pull the friend away from battle. He dashes right. He dashes out of view.
Oh yeah, Out of view? What? Chicken shit.
He's gone. He's just run off, and he looks to be heading up towards the mountains, back where he was pointing, back to where he was pointing earlier. Okay, American, we're back with you.
American is simply shocked at everyone's eagerness to get back into battle, as she had assumed they would all just run away. Being the squishy, cowardly elf that she is, she just assumed that they would never risk such things. But as she sees Sig dash away towards Heymon, she decides she needs to follow and support, and uses her turn to dash as far as she can towards the situation, back in the fray.
Cool.
So that's 60 feet, isn't it? So that's 30. So I'm basically right next to Sig again.
Okay, cool. All right, anything else with that, American?
That's my whole turn, as I've used my extra move to dash.
Okay, perfect. Gil. Oh, sorry, I keep skipping past people. Gil, it is your turn.
I'd like to call out to the orc. And I'd just like to say, you've seen what we can do. Do not test us. We mean you no harm.
Give us a persuasion check.
Persuasion. I'm fortunately pretty good at that. 15.
Yeah, but we do. He replies.
Okay.
Except your finger ran away.
Is that my action?
Yeah, that was your reaction. Sorry, that was your action. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need to move as well?
You can definitely move if you need to move.
I'll move 30 feet.
The only reason I say that is because I always forget to move. And regret it.
Sig, just before your turn, Gil, as you're running back up these stairs, you kind of look off. You sort of glimpse something sort of coming up the path that you guys originally headed into, or sorry, the path that leads up into the old Elwell, and you're not really sure what it is. It's about 4 foot tall. Now my map animates great, and the sounds kick in. Perfect timing. It seems to sort of be hobbling. It almost looks mummy-like.
Oh god!
But on closer inspection, you see that it's literally just covered in web, web.
Brandon.
And it's just kind of it's just walking. It's sort of stumbling into shot, into view. But we will move to Sig. Sig, you haven't seen this.
So Sig runs up to the fallen necromancer, grabs his hammer, and he knows that this is what he's going to cash in his inspiration point for.
Yeah!
And he takes a deep breath, and he stands back and uses full length.
Oh, what?
What?
I just wanted to add, you don't actually need to use your inspiration. You do get advantage on, since he's prone on the ground in front of you.
Double inspiration.
And if you hit, because he is prone unconscious in front of you, it is a crit.
Oh, do it. Smash his head.
All right, here we go. So I've got advantage, right?
You do.
Two-handed attack. He's going to line up the head. Like 1, 2.
All right, roll to hit.
Smash him in.
Yeah, more smashed head. Here we go.
A 6.
Oh my god.
Roll again. You've got advantage.
No pressure, no pressure. We can ignore the crit fail behind the curtain.
Oh,
12.
Is enough.
How do you... And it's a crit too.
And that's a crit. Can you roll damage again? And we'll add it on. So what's that? A 1d10 plus just 1d10.
1d10, yeah. Make it a good one. Come on. Oh,
Okay. So
all the show. No.
your hammer just makes a big swipe through the air, and it comes down more on his shoulder than his head. And it just sort of crack. You just hear like the bones just crunching underneath that hit. And Heymon just wakes with a scream. Anything else?
Oh, you broke his shoulder at least.
He is awake.
As Sig has seen his foe has not been dispatched, he kicks off action surge and uses the spiky bit of his axe hammer thing to drive it down into his sternum.
Do it again.
Give me a
Do it
roll.
again.
Give me a roll with advantage.
Please make it good.
A 14
Hey!
and a 13.
All right. Either way, we'll go with the 14 since it was the first roll. And where are you aiming with the pointy part of your right in the
Right in the
sternum?
center of his chest.
He only has time to scream for a split second as you like bring that hammer around and plunge it directly into his sternum. His eyes widen and he mouths nothing. And then his eyes relax and the life has left his eyes. Heymon is dead.
What a glorious way to go.
All right, so diplomacy is off the table.
We were never talking to this guy. That was never happening.
Raiders tea.
Don't worry, I've got that on the list of things to get.
Loros.
It might be. I might already have the tea.
Oh,
Well, you could have. Yeah, we definitely need to check that.
You've
After
seen
we
Sig.
dispatch the orcs.
Yeah, you've seen Sig across the pit, like just bring Heymon to his death.
Yeah, so I think a shared cheer, like a across the way to celebrate the fact that he's down, and it was beautiful. And yes, I enjoyed every minute of it.
Out and proud.
Yeah, totally right. So from where I am, I'm basically just going to dash in behind this pillar here. Bit of a tactical because I can't reach the orc where he is. So I'm just going to dash and kind of park myself here. So I'm sort of out of sight, out of the way, and I'm just going to be ready. I'm hoping that he comes towards me, and I'm just going to be ready to basically jump on him and smash his head in.
Okay, that's fair. I'm just adding the orc officially to the turn order. Okay, cool. So, the Baron hears a bit of shambling sort of from behind him as well. And it's just this... Yeah, you turn around and you see, something that looks the height of Billy Goblin. But you can't really make out any discernible features.
Thanks, Jackalope.
He's completely covered in spider webs now, completely utterly covered. And it's kind of pulsating. Different parts of him are pulsating as he kind of almost Silent Hill style just walks slowly towards you.
Gross.
And he's
Different parts of him pulsating.
Yeah, it's like where you might think his arm is moving, like where his forearm might be is pulsating out, and then another part on his thigh is kind of pulsating. Parts of his body is moving in ways that it shouldn't. You
do recall what happened last time, right?
And it's
we
almost
exploded. Spiders.
And
I'd rather not.
it's almost completely silent as well, which just gives it another sort of air of uncertainty.
So that's what you meant when he was like a mummy.
He's all wrapped up in the web, yeah, almost mummy-like. It is the Baron's turn.
Oh, he's not attacking me?
He's covered. I don't know what he could attack you with.
This is great.
He's just going to hug you.
I'm going to say, Billy, is that you?
And there's not a sound.
Not a sausage of response.
All
Okay.
you can hear is the footsteps and you can hear kind of like a squirming underneath the web.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna run away.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over behind this pillar. Help me! This is disgusting. I will do poison spray and then run.
Okay.
So that's a Constitution saving throw of 13.
Yeah, he's totally fine. That was a nat 20. It couldn't get
okay.
past the web, basically.
All right. So I poison and then run.
Okay. So yeah, you've left this poison-covered webbed being pulsating behind you as you catch up to Mirin. I would say it was Heymon's.
American.
What was that? Sorry.
I'm just gonna say, help me, American. This is disgusting. Over here.
It's the orc's turn, and the orc sort of has watched Loros go running down to his south, and let's see what's he going to do. The orc runs to be able to basically eye up Loros. Runs out into the open, and he pulls out a javelin and eyes it over and looks over at Loros and says, "This one's got your name on it, done it!" And he just turfs that towards Loros.
Is Loros in half cover because of the pillar or not?
Yeah, he's in half cover. We'll say half cover. But the orc has rolled a 24.
Oh!
And does 6 damage.
Dave, you're
muted.
muted.
You're on mute, Dave.
I'm going to use my that thing that halves. Yeah, that's the word. Stone's Endurance that reduces the damage. Well, gives me a 1d12 plus 1 to reduce the damage.
Yeah, cool. So give us the 1d12.
Yeah. Hang on a second. 1d12 rolling.
Nice. Plus 1.
9 plus 1, 10.
All right, sweet. So you negate that 6 damage, which is pretty good. So as this javelin, just before it hits, a patch of your skin just like hardens to stone and it just bounces off, just pink onto the ground. And you can hear the orc's frustration. Ah, you've got tricksers in you, haven't you?
I like orcs.
It's Miracul's turn.
She's still not quite. She's probably seen Sig attack Heymon, but she's continuing to run towards them because she's not sure what's happened. But as she draws up to the situation, she sees that he has well and truly been killed.
Yeah, well
so
and
she
truly.
sees the situation as like, well, my buddy's life is over now. Well done. This is getting out of hand. We've got a mummy on one side. We've got an orc on the other side. I'm just going to use my turn to stand next to Sig and ready a dodge should anything come at me.
Okay. Gil, we're back with you.
I'm just going to throw my hand out dismissively towards the orc and just call out, we don't have time for this, and cast sleep on him.
Oh,
Man.
come on.
You and
It's
sleep.
empathetic for a Goliath versus orc battle. It's set up beautifully for a theatrical, dramatic orc versus Goliath.
Billy is here. 23.
Okay. The orc. I need to make sure he's got nothing that can. Nah, he's fine. So that drops him. He he almost goes down fighting. He's kind of, you see his eyes slowly lower, and he starts dropping. He puts one foot down on the ground and steadies himself and pushes back up, and then just topples onto his back.
Oh, he's like those cute little kitten videos.
And he's fast asleep now.
Can I traverse this here or no?
What was that? Sorry.
Can I traverse this here?
Yeah, that's only probably a couple of feet up, so that's fine.
I think like seeing Billy just kind of like he's never short of words, but just seeing him silently shamble towards us is probably the most horrifying thing he could possibly do. And I'm just going to call for Loros and just say, Loros, Billy's here. And I'm just going to move up here and then across towards the rest of the party.
Okay.
Just like signaling to Loros to form up.
Cool. Sig, you've seen and heard everyone sort of rushing towards you and mentioning Billy again. Sorry, American?
I was just going to be cheeky, and this is okay if you don't allow it, but I just realized I would have seen Sig was badly hurt and that I could have cast a healing spell. Would that be okay?
No, unfortunately, the time has gone.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I was cheeky.
So yeah, Sig, you've heard the calls that Billy is back, and you turn around. You can see past Gil near the tops of the stairs. Something that doesn't look very Billy-like, but what do you know?
All right. So as Mirin approaches, she can see that Sig is focused on the dead necromancer, and you see him pull his blade out. He's just about to do something when he sees her approach. And then he hears the calls from Billy Goblin, and he looks around. Can I see him from my position?
You can see Billy from your position.
So he quickly pockets his knife, grabs his shield and hammer, and heads off towards his nemesis. And I'm going to get to just by Baron McBaronston. And he's just going to have a chat to Baron for a few seconds. Baron, get behind me.
Gladly.
Quick.
Okay. I will do. Jesus.
Cool. All right, Loris, over to you.
Yeah, so my intention was to go and destroy this orc, but now that Gil has kind of called over and sort of said that Billy's here, sort of looked back and seen this, I don't know, web-covered thing.
I would say you really haven't, like, from your position. Oh, you'd see it if you. Yeah, you would have heard him. Never mind. Carry on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I'm instead of doing what I personally, as in David, not Loris, would normally do and ignore the party, I'm going to actually listen and do what Loris would do, and I will dash, I guess, back to whence I came, and heading back towards Billy. So I'm now there and waiting to head back towards Billy at some point.
Okay. It is this webbed creature's turn. And it just seems to slowly follow after the Baron.
Jesus.
And sort of just is maybe next to, not close enough to Sig, not within striking distance of Sig yet. I know Sig will want to get closer, but he is almost just sort of kind of bumping into the Baron now.
Bumping into me.
Just gently. And you can kind of, every bump, it's
pulsating against me.
And it's kind of soft and squishy.
He just wants a hug.
I think we should kill it with fire.
And it is the Baron's turn.
Can I pull out my cigarette lighter and try and light him?
Yeah.
Up.
I don't even think you really need to roll anything for that. I think you just stick your hand out, and light this web on fire, and it just goes up and just
Whoa.
flame. And it starts writhing and walking backwards, and drops to its back about 10 feet away from you as it does so. And as the webs burn, what you can see underneath is almost not a refreshed version of Billy, but a rather different version of Billy. He's maybe a foot and a half taller than the last time you saw him. His entire body shows no sign of having been damaged or anything. He has taken on the form of a hobgoblin.
Oh no!
That's how you get hobgoblins.
Some kind of cocoon-based process.
He was a larvae, and now he's a cocoon.
It's a beautiful. Soon it'll be a beautiful butterfly.
That's the next step. That's it. It goes goblin, hobgoblin, butterfly. Anything else on your turn there, Baron?
Yeah, I'm going to run as far away as I can get. And then go in this bush over here by this dead necromancer. Hopefully not dead necromancers in a minute.
Okay, cool. It is the orc's turn, and the orc is fast asleep still. So how long is he asleep for? Is there a time limit on that one?
10 rounds.
10 rounds. Okay, cool. So this is his second sleeping round.
First
American. No, that's his... No, first. Sorry. Yeah, no, first sleeping round. Sorry. American, back with you.
And have I seen this horrifying abomination appear?
It's happening almost directly behind the pillar. All you've seen is the Baron stick out his lighter, this thing go up in flame, the look on his face as he saw what was revealed, and him running to your side or near you.
Oh, hi, Brian. Back in the bushes again, eh, Brian? Okay.
There's just heavy breathing and pointing and big eyes. It's like,
How's he
like,
looking? Because Byron hasn't taken any damage at all, has he?
I don't
Ever.
think so, no.
Effective strategy is what I call that. I should
like
be
that.
hanging out in bushes too.
Yeah.
I've got a sleeping orc on one side. Have I seen that he's fallen asleep?
Yeah, you've seen, if you look over, you see him asleep on the ground.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna run forward next to Gil. Stand next to Gil. Go. Are you all right, Gil?
Yes.
All right. I'm ready. I'm ready for the next abomination, and I just ready myself for when Billy emerges behind the pillar.
What are you readying?
I'm going to ready with my short bow.
And so as soon as he pops out from around that pillar, you will
Boom,
take a shot?
straight
Okay.
right.
Yeah, perfect.
That's
Cool. Gil, over to you.
So most of the webbing and things have melted away from this
They just burnt up. They burnt up.
this beast, but he hasn't like engaged us in conversation.
No, he hasn't had a chance to. He was knocked down onto his back. The webbing has all been burnt off, and what you can see lying on the ground is a hobgoblin form.
Is he naked?
He's not naked.
Is it like,
He's
is
not
it like
naked. What was that? Sorry, Gil?
Is it like Terminator where he's like dun 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 dun, and he's forcing himself up?
He's still just on his back right now.
Okay.
He hasn't had his turn.
That was my fourth movie reference this episode.
Very good.
Okay. I'm just gonna call out and I'm gonna say, your mum is so ugly, clerics try to turn her. Vicious mockery. DC 13 wisdom.
Do you need a line of sight for it?
No, he just needs to be able to hear me.
All right, he can totally hear. DC 13, was it? He's failed. Oh, wait. Was that Constitution or Wisdom? Sorry.
Wisdom.
Oh, yeah, and he's failed. He's failed that.
So he takes 1d4 damage. Oops. I don't. Yeah. 2. And he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay. Disadvantage on his next attack. Okay, cool.
And then, as my bonus action, I'm just going to call out and say, Sig! Stop! It's hammer time.
Oh, yeah.
And I inspire Sig.
Oh, you're handing your inspiration over? Or is this bardic? Yeah, cool.
I'm using my bardic inspiration.
Is that a bonus action, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And there is an MC Hammer movie as well, so that could count as your fifth.
Sig, we're with you. You've seen what you assumed was Billy coming at you, covered in webs. Couldn't see really anything in it. It got set on fire. It's fallen back, and you've just seen this this hobgoblin's form on the ground in front of you.
Sig has only seen hobgoblins a few times in his past. He knows them as the foulest pinnacle of goblin kind, and he steps forwards almost slowly but resolutely until he's standing over him, and then shackles his shield for a moment for a two-handed grab on his hammer, and then cashes as an inspiration in as he brings it down upon his foe.
All right, give us a roll with advantage.
That's an 8.
Roll one more
plus
time.
advantage 1. 18.
Hey.
Yes.
18
For 9 bludgeoning.
is enough. And you bring that hammer down into this hobgoblin's like sternum, and it does. It sort of hits the armor where he looks like he's wearing chainmail of some sort, and it does some decent damage into the chest of this hobgoblin. But he's still okay. He's still alive. Anything else?
Sig will attempt to just have a quick nod of appreciation back to Gil.
Okay, cool. Loros, back to you.
Okay. So from where I am, I think I can literally just sort of move myself, come running around here. I see what appears to be a hobgoblin in front of Sig. How far away is he? He's 40 feet. I think I can get myself to within 30 feet of him, approximately. So, yeah, let's say I'm 30 feet. So
Wait, you are definitely not within 30 feet there.
No, well, I can be. I want to be. I will be. In about how far? Hold on. That's going to be 10. That's 25, 27.
Okay, you
I'll
can move.
move
Yeah.
3 feet.
All right, you can move forward a little more then, I guess, to make sure you're within 30 feet.
That puts me within 30 feet.
Yeah.
That was my plan. I took the measurements. I just couldn't be bothered moving it. So from that distance, which is approximately 30 feet, I'm going to throw another javelin into his back.
Well, he's prone on the ground at the moment, so it'll be thrown with disadvantage.
Why is everything prone on the ground? Okay, in that case, I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to
keep knocking things onto the ground.
in that case, I'm just going to. I'll just dash right up to him.
Okay.
So I'll do the 60. So I'll wait for him to get up, and then I can smash him.
All right. Speaking of getting up, it is this hobgoblin's turn. He looks up at Sig and just smiles. Yes, this is what it's been about from the beginning. And he grabs his longsword from his side with both hands and just slashes it across your shins.
He has a longsword. What the fuck?
Unfortunately, he rolled badly and only got an 8, and he just kind of swipes past your legs. And as he gets to his feet, actually, I think he will get to his feet. Starts cursing. shit. God damn
Did we roll with disadvantage?
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter. They were both bad.
He might get a crit fail.
Oh no. It was an 8 and a 9. So even his first roll was bad anyway. So he's just kind of muttering under his feet. And how tall is Sig?
He's about standard human height, which in his case is 5 footy-ish.
5 foot. That's pretty small.
5
That's
foot is
short.
a small human.
5'10", sorry.
Okay, yeah. So for the first time, you and you recognize the voice. It's definitely Billy Goblin, almost face to face this time. And that is Billy's turn. Baron from the bushes.
As always.
Baron from the bushes. From here, you cannot see Billy. Oh, you were muted.
Sorry, I had some great jokes too. Baron from the bushes. Okay. He's taking damage, right?
He has.
I can't see him. I'm just going to edge along until I can see him. How far do I have to get along these bushes?
I mean, like, he's from there. I mean, like, you'd have to move a decent bit. Like, you'd have to move to at least there. Can you see where I'm pointing? Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to hunker down next to this rock. And I'm going to... he's taken damage, isn't he?
He has.
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead so that he has to do a wisdom saving throw of 13. It's a very high number.
Okay. And he does not save.
Oh, okay. So that means that it would normally be a 1d8, but he's taken damage, so he takes a 1d12 necrotic damage.
Oh, give us a d12.
I've got black dice now.
What?
Black on black.
All right, so that's a 7.
So that'd be necromancy. I didn't realize it'd just be black on black dice.
It's ridiculous.
With that roll of 7, Billy Hobgoblin has sort of pulled himself up face to face with Sig, and then just kind of hears that sound, and he's looking around, and he's like, not again! And just like the ringing in his head, and he just drops motionless down onto the ground. You have taken care of Billy Hobgoblin.
Whoa, Billy Hobgoblin. Bong.
Bong. And with that, I'm going to call initiative over unless that you've got a bit of time, but not much time to deal with that orc before it wakes up. But yeah,
Can we all just agree that we encircle the orc and
Smash him.
Or tie him up.
No. You're tying Nibble.
does anybody want to like tie him up, or
I say we need to take his head off.
Loros
Mr. Loros,
said
perhaps your axe and my hammer both at once. We'll see if we can sandwich his head between them. What do you say?
I'm good with that. That sounds like fun.
what does Mirin want here?
been murdering a lot today. Do we want to know what the orcs are after?
Orcs are after one thing.
That's boys.
I like you.
Orcs are like the uncontrolled version of me. They're bloodthirsty monsters.
Not that much difference.
I will defer the party's reason. What say you, Gil?
I would prefer to engage. I mean, he did try to attack you, did he not?
He did.
Okay, I'm gonna say you guys need to make a decision quick before he wakes up.
Thumbs up for kill.
My vote is bind him.
Mine too.
We got 2 against 2.
Baron wants to talk with him because that's what Baron does.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with my character, and he will want to talk to him.
Because we've got manacles and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, we've got
Why
manacles.
haven't we used this before?
I forgot I had them.
Oh my god!
Without my manacles. Luckily, I keep these on hand. Don't know why I've been
Well-
bothering with the damn rope this whole time.
Okay, so you guys need to move because time is ticking.
Yeah, so we all move there, and we bind him. We have this quick argument, like, should we kill him? Should we not kill him? But we resolve it, and most people are voting to manacle him, right? Like,
It's
Yeah.
3-2, I believe.
We can always kill him later, but we can't talk
well, I
to
don't
him.
think Sig actually voted, but
Oh,
Yeah,
Well, he's
so
right.
it was thumbs up for killing.
Sigur's happy with the manacling for now.
okay. So you've encircled him. Are the manacles just his arms? Like what are the manacles?
Manacles are usually
manacles
like
are handcuffs.
So you've just cuffed this orc.
they're like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should also tie him up if anybody's good at that.
You should do the
very good.
American bit of it, yeah. You should do the handcuffs like between his legs.
Yeah.
Sig removes his weapons.
Himself, you know? If
Yes.
he tries to do anything, he'll wedgie himself.
We disarm him, we manacle him, and we put we bend his arms under his legs.
Mm.
So, like,
He's a hefty. Who's doing that?
Put the manacles
everybody-
I
on
can,
there.
I can move him into any position you want him. He may be big and hefty, but I can move like twice my weight. So I could literally pick him up, fold him, and you can move your arms
All
wherever
right.
you want to.
Okay,
I
so,
think we should put him behind his back like a traditional prisoner.
so hands behind his back, or how are we? You guys need to. I'm giving you guys like 10 seconds to make a
Or
decision.
you saying like having him go around one of his thighs?
Yeah, Gil, this is your call. You're the
Yeah,
strategist.
behind his back, I think, is like the most. It's the most logical position.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, while all this is happening, we agreed that I'm going to suggest that Baron and American go and investigate the well and the bodies and just make sure everything's okay.
Good point.
Good idea.
Yeah, don't go full.
And I
Cool.
say, like, can you bring me back my rapier by chance?
All right. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
moment you guys close these manacles behind his back, his eyes shoot open, and he just lets out a roar, and he tries to fight against the manacles.
And he just, like, the first thing that he sees as he wakes is just me crouched in front of him.
Oh, he
And I'm just like, I just hold my nose as he roars at me.
he rolls a 22 against the manacles, and just pops these manacles off. Right, and gets to his feet. He doesn't have his weapons.
Did we
And
also bind him with rope?
I didn't hear that. In the end, it was just manacles behind his back. I
Just
gave you guys heaps of time as well.
We could have.
Say that.
It was definitely like mentioned as a question, but in the end there was just
It didn't
manacles behind his back.
Okay, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Imagine, he would have wedgied himself so hard if we'd have done it my way.
I'm not sure how.
Because he would have just snapped the chain.
It was gone.
On his
That's what he's done behind his back.
He just reaches out and grabs Loros by the chest.
But we're all ready for
behind
that,
him.
right?
No one readied any actions.
Mm, okay.
DM's getting like hard on our asses right now, that's for sure.
No one
We-
readied anything for if he broke out.
So he's reaching behind him to grab me.
No, you're on his side. He stood up and he's just grabbed.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So he gets first action, and then we all get to go.
Pretty much.
So he's grabbed the biggest dude in front of him.
You're the one he was going for. So you can
smash this guy.
either do a strength check or a dexterity, whichever you're better at, as he reaches out.
All right. Let's smash him.
Should we roll initiative?
We'll just wait till see whether he's actually managed to grab.
All right. I rolled a apparently I rolled with disadvantage. I don't know why I did that, but it was a 21.
Yeah, it's not with disadvantage. That's fine. So
No.
he reaches out and you kind of just like smack his hand away.
Get away, puny thing.
We'll bring that turn order back up and we'll go to Mirin.
How rude. But also frightening.
Yeah, so you've seen this thing just pop those manacles. They are broken. You no longer have working manacles. He's grabbed Loros, and Loros has smacked his hand away. What do you do?
I'm going to back off a step, and I'm just going to say to him, "You're surrounded by some very strong, angry individuals. I suggest you check yourself before you wreck yourself."
Give a intimidation.
The most intimidating creature in the game.
Yeah.
Like a 5-foot tiny little fey elf.
Love it.
And I have rolled a 3.
Oh,
You'll
God.
be surrounded in no time, maggot. He shouts back at you.
Maggot.
Yeah,
Rude.
yeah. Gil, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna call back to him and just say, "Oh, and I thought zombies smelled bad." And viciously mock him.
Okay, he's got a roll. That was a wisdom, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, he does not. He rolls a 1. He rolls a 1.
Okay. He takes. Oop, sorry, my bad.
That
Is that
Not right.
Oh, if only.
rolling 13.
He takes 3 damage, and he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So those words ring out in his ears, and he just snarls back at you. But he has taken some mental damage from that. Sig,
So Sig looks at the foe which is stood up in front of him.
his back is to you. He's facing out towards sort of the Baron and Mirin with his arm. He had just reached out to the side to grab Loros. So his back is to you.
And somehow Sig cashes in inspiration from origin most random and swings his hammer down into the side of his knee.
Oh, nice. Give us a roll, please.
A crit.
Oh,
18 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah,
to
that,
his
that hammer just like doesn't just like swipe into his knee, but just breaks both legs. Both legs are just like absolutely shattered. And as he drops, his head like just hits the ground with a huge amount of speed. And he is killed.
Nice.
That was brutal.
Yeah, that was brutal. All right, now the turn order is actually over.
I suggest we.
I was just complaining about my manacles being broken. Huh.
Can't tie
suggest
ropes,
we
can't tie manacles.
gather our things and leave as quickly as we can. He suggested that there would be more on their way.
Agree. I think we should do a quick search of the vicinity and get out of here.
Sig would like to check Billy Hobgoblin.
By the time you get back to Billy, there is no body.
Crikey.
In
Have you
which
rifled?
case, Sig tips out the little bag of Billy fingers onto the ground and plants them like little trees.
They're not. You realize that they weren't really moving when Billy was around this time. They seemed no longer to be animate.
He's evolved.
What I will sort of explain, I guess, now is what was in the bag that Heymon handed over. Because I think that's probably a good thing.
Have you looked in that, American?
Can I get some of that oolong
I'd
though?
be very keen to be starting rummaging through that.
I need to bring up.
Do we want to do that now, or do we want to get somewhere safe?
I can just say time stops while I explain to you.
Okay.
I think we're just gathering everything and then ditching.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, so I'll give you a rundown of kind of everything that you guys find. So he'd left a small chest inside near the well, which had a couple of bags of oolong tea, as I'm sure you would have expected. There was a potion of healing.
2 bags, did you say?
Yes,
Very.
2 small bags of oolong tea. It looks like it could last, a couple of weeks of
How
drinking.
many grams?
How many grams? It would be the equivalent of 2 300-gram bags of oolong tea.
Okay, 600 grams oolong.
Yeah.
I throw them at Gil because he's clearly got hungry eyes.
You also find 1 300-gram packet of peppermint tea. Yeah.
I am partial.
But that's all. He must have just packed everything into the bag as he ran off. So, Mirin, you look into the bag and you see a bunch of coins. There's 35 silver pieces, 30 gold pieces, and 5 platinum pieces. And a pearl that you look over and gauge to be about 100 gold pieces worth.
Sorry, what was the gold number?
30.
30.
Yeah, 30.
And then the platinum number?
5.
Platinum is 5. And a single pearl worth around 100. There's a lot in this bag though. So there's the potion of healing. There's a small scroll in a small bone tube. And there's a tiny jeweled box that looks like it might be worth something. And inside this small box is a ring. The last thing that you see in there is a small note, a handwritten note, and it has the sign of a spider at the end of this note. This note says, it basically
Heymon.
it outlines that simple sort of information about needing Heymon's work at the well to uncover some information, and that the family of 12 that he supplied him with should be all the defense he needs.
Oh, that's a spicy zombie detail.
And again, signed with the sign of a spider.
Body trafficking.
So he didn't make these zombies.
No,
he
it sounds like he did. He was just provided with the family.
Yeah. Perhaps he was supplied the corpses and then made them. We don't know.
Yeah. Not very good by the sound of things.
I call everyone around to show them the spicy note that we've received.
Yeah. Can I get a Arcana check from you, Baron, just so we can have a look over the scroll and the ring?
Sure, I'm sure this will go well. Okay, yeah. Here we go.
Yeah,
perfect. Oh, look at that, 24.
24.
Cool. You instantly, when you see the ring inside of the small jeweled box, you recognize it as a ring of protection, from ancient Netheril, which it seems to be one of the you see this to be the most impressive thing out of all these belongings. And you open up this, you slide the scroll out of this bone tube and unravel it to read about the Scroll of Darkness.
Ooh.
And so that's what
Scroll of Darkness.
Scroll of Darkness. And that's what you found both in the bag and all around. There's nothing really else of note here. Now that you've scouted everything out.
Do I know what a ring of protection is?
Let's take a look. I think I've got the information.
I recognized it.
Ring of protection.
Like
while you're wearing this ring and are attuned to it, you have a +1 bonus to your AC and saving throws. But you do need to be attuned to it.
Useful for a wizard who's hiding in the bushes.
Indeed, who wishes to keep this ring?
Yes, I'll tell everyone what it does, and you can decide who will have it. I've got the glass staff here, so I'm quite happy with this.
I'll speak out and say it would seem that our resident barbarian would benefit from such a thing.
However, are his fingers too big?
How
Might have to
would
get
one
right.
attune if I'm very into it?
It could be like a little toe ring.
Well, I
Oh,
just put it on my pinky.
Little pinky
I have it
toe.
on my pinky, it's like a little
Those-
pinky ring.
Those on the front line surely would be in danger more often, would they not,
Indeed.
Nisa?
Indeed. He does seem to have quite the habit of getting himself in quite the pickle.
Wise words, Mr. Gill. Shall we rummage through the rest of our stuff on the way back?
Yeah, is there any way that I could quickly have a look at trying to figure out what the necromancer was going to find interesting in this area, in the well itself, or not the well, but the apparently this used to be a tower by some old necromancer.
If you want, you can search for a certain amount of time. You could sort of dictate how much time you'd like to spend looking.
How much time should we spend doing this?
Perhaps
How-
a short
yeah.
rest.
I
How
suggest we
frightened are
move.
Oh, sorry, John.
I suggest we move with some haste.
I don't particularly want a horde of orcs coming down upon us.
But they live up in the mountains, right? And I don't know.
His friend just escaped, possibly to tell
Do
them
we-
all about.
No doubt.
Do we know how many days ride or how far away from civilization like the mountains might be?
I mean, you're kind of nearing the base of the mountains. They look to be pretty close by, but also quite treacherous. You don't know if they were the scouting party of orcs and there were more on the way. You don't know if the one that escaped is heading back all the way to the camp, or you don't know.
We did
do
hear from the one that we killed that more orcs would come. So I suggest we don't spend very long here at all.
I do have an idea. If we wish to check this area out for an hour, I can cast Pass Without Trace and they will have no idea we are here if they come and scout for us.
Fantastic.
All right. Is that agreed, everyone?
Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right. I begin to prepare the spell with various burned leaves and sprigs of things out from various pouches, and I cast Pass Without Trace, which lasts for 1 hour. Our whole party is in a veil of shadows and silence that mask us from detection.
Okay, great.
Does anyone else have rituals they want to cast?
I can do detect magic.
If you want me to
Do
do
that. Send them on pause.
It might be
Yes.
helpful. In Loros, you've got like speak with animals or something.
I've got speak with animals, and there's another one which I've got, which I don't know whether it's going to be terribly useful, but I have beast sense, which allows me to. I touch a willing beast, and I can understand what it needs to say. So I'm not going to bother with those two right now.
But
Okay.
I've got these beautiful spider babies.
I want to talk to your spiders.
Sometimes they're really sweet.
Yeah,
Cheese loving spiders.
yeah,
I'm
cheese loving
gonna-
spiders.
Yeah, I'm going to feed them more cheese during the short rest because I can tell they love it.
Just from like a mechanical perspective, I captured all the stuff we got for the treasury.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you, Mr. Gill.
So the ring of protection has been given to myself. Was that the general acceptance?
That's my suggestion.
I've got one thumbs up from Sig,
Sounds
I'm
like
a
happy
thumb up
for
from
our-
Gil. All right, sweet. I'll take it. How long does it take to officially attune oneself to this? Given I'm just literally going to sit there and look at it for as long as
Yeah,
it takes.
we'll talk about that soon because we're about to wrap up. So we'll talk about
Cool.
that
It's been
soon.
deleted from the treasury, so make sure you capture it on your sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it on my sheet now.
So you guys spend an hour checking out this well. You don't really see or find anything of any importance here. You know that Heymon mentioned he was looking to find any clues of the wizard that built this tower, and it seems you're about as lucky as he was with finding any information. Are you guys looking at heading off after searching, or?
And
Yeah.
does it count as a short rest?
Yeah, it can count as a 1 hour long short rest. For the rest of you, I guess if Baron was the one scoping out the well.
Mhm.
So you guys can spend a hit die if you need. And if you guys are just going to head off, as you leave to the west down the path towards the Old Owl Well, you do hear some faint horns from the mountain range behind you, but they seem far off. And that's where we'll end it.
Oh,
Not much of a cliffhanger this time. Not much of a cliffhanger.
We can hear the cliff in the distance.
Now I just need to add some horn effects for the podcast for that.
yeah.
moment.
Do, 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 do.
There we
It's an
go.
ice cream man here.
Yeah, Mr. Whippy.
That's the best jingle to hear.
Yeah, green sleeves, isn't
Green
it?
sleeves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
I wonder if that's just a New Zealand thing or if all around the world that
Oh, yeah.
Bright Green Man jingle is green sleeves.
Mm. Hunster said it was an excellent session this week. Thank you very much, Hunster.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
thank you.
Combat heavy.
It was incredibly combat heavy. This was
Oh,
it was so
God,
satisfying though. What are you guys rolling? Cheese rolls again.
Jeez.
No.
I rolled 12.
Roll for cheese, everybody.
Mouth has died.
Yeah, that was.
Sig,
Oh, sorry, Sig.
how do I roll for hit dice again? Is it my 1d10 per fighter level?
You can actually just click on the word hit die, and if you've got one remaining, it'll just roll it.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
That's way better. Ish.
Yeah.
You got
And
four
it
back.
It adds your constitution as well. or
It does,
whatever,
yeah. It
does
just does it all for
Yeah.
you.
Fantastic. Thank
Did
you.
it
Mr.
remove
DM.
a hit die from your counter?
No, but I can do that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so what did you think? It was definitely combat heavy, that one.
That was cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
What did you think of Billy Hobgoblin?
Unexpected.
A good reincarnation, I think.
yeah. And now I've got to think of more things to do with them.
Just more.
Billy Rhinoceros Goblin.
yeah. It's actually pretty cool. I've been having some talks with Joe about where we can take the spiders as well. So I've got some plans. I think they're going to be pretty cool plans. Joe has no idea what I've got planned as well. So it's not like I'm working with her. I'm just going to make some cool shit hopefully happen.
Are these for Joe's spiders?
Yeah.
Needs to get killed.
Because at the
I'm
moment,
terrified because I know they have 1 hit point, so anything that hits them is going to insta-kill them, basically.
yeah. So I've been
No, not their best.
I've been looking into like normal spiders, like how long it takes a normal spider to get to like adult size, how they get to adult size, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just
Do you
gonna,
mean in the real world or
in the real world? In the real
Oh.
world.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have a bit of a play and see what we can do. Because at the moment they're a cool little addition for American, but they're just like
They can't do anything
1 hit point, they're gone. So
unless
They can do things.
they can do
Well,
stuff.
It's just not that much.
Just
it's
not-
incredibly risky for you to send them off to kill someone
Yeah.
or attack them because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or to do anything at all.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're
Scouts.
definitely going to do exactly. You can totally use them as scouts for sure.
Use
And
them
they
as
should
scouts.
be-
Yeah.
Mm.
they
Even
should
if they were scouting and got hit. They what?
as they grow, they shed their skin,
That's
so they'll
right.
leave the weird.
Really?
Yeah, all
yeah.
insect
I didn't know that.
arachnids. And
I can show you some
Or-
cool videos of tarantulas doing it. It's
I
terrifying.
really don't want to see that.
really horrible.
It's so disturbing. It's horrible.
Oh,
Yes.
I want to step on a tarantula.
Oof.
You want to?
Yeah, well, if I don't mean like I deliberately want to find one and step on it, but like if it was around, I would want to step on it.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
want to go
fuck
near
that.
it. I wouldn't want to go anywhere near it.
yeah.
What, with shoes on or no shoes?
Put shoes on.
Shoes are very important.
Yeah, right.
Joe, my question to you about the spiders is if they grew in size, would you still keep them in your hair? Like at what size is too big? Oh, well, that sounds horrible. Sorry.
Be like a hat.
Ooh.
Spiders. How big is too big to keep in your hair?
wherever they just want to sit, wherever it works for them to hang out, that's where they'll hang
Okay.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
Instant afro.
Have them follow me around like the size of a cat, just following me around like my loyal little buddies.
That'd be pretty cool. That
They
would
bet
be
you.
sweet.
Them.
What was that, Joe?
Get leashes for them.
Nice.
Or a saddle.
What did you guys feel about the reveal of Heymon and what was happening with him?
Pretty good.
Just desserts, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm quite happy he's dead, given what I believe personally he was doing, and then the fact that he's raising dead people and all that sort of shit. And after really reading the letter, it's just like, oh, dude, come on, you had 12 people sent to you, like
A family,
like just nah. It's not cool.
I was happy with him being dead, but I knew my character wasn't the one that was going to want to deal the final blow.
Mm.
Question for the Baron.
Mhm.
In the future, do you plan to raise zombies? Or skeletons?
Well, I'm a necromancer.
That's a yes?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, good to know.
I wouldn't be doing it to a family or something. You know? I would raise maybe a necromancer or something back to life rather than a
Really
fan
grumpy people.
Yeah, really grumpy people.
Although, does it depend on how good you are at resurrecting them, whether they retain any sort of brain?
I imagine you'd have to be pretty
Yeah.
powerful to bring them back. But that's my goal. I want to have
That'd be pretty cool.
equality for dead people.
That's awesome. So Reese, is Sig quite black and white with his good and evil, like, because it was interesting to see that there was no way Heymon could have convinced you, and I thought I was putting out compelling arguments, even though they turned out to be fake. You know, that he wasn't a bad guy.
Sig is all about war and whether he can get an advantage in it or not. So he was merely killing the zombies last time because that's what we were sent there to do.
Yeah, right.
But since he got smashed by Heymon, he's like, oh yeah, Heymon's gonna die.
right.
Yeah, he's happy to be like, oh yeah, you can raise zombies to be an army. Well, sweet, we can use that to kill the goblins.
Yeah,
so
right.
That other characters perhaps might not, but
yeah,
That's really interesting.
in his mind, he can gear it towards something.
yeah.
So he'll be good neutral, I think it is.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Random Origin says, what if Baron raises undead goblins?
That would be
I think that'd be
needing a high
unwise.
persuasion roll.
Yeah,
But he could see that as suffering for the goblins.
That's
Perhaps.
true. That's true.
So yeah, that'd be a tricky one.
Yeah.
longer. It
So-
might be tempting fate to do that.
So now that Heymon's dead, what is everyone's thoughts on how that was played as an NPC? I know there's been a bunch of conversation outside of my eyes, just I've heard it from Joe, in regards to NPCs and morally ambiguous versus worrying that I might be upset if something goes wrong. I just want to hear everyone's thoughts. I want to know, like, final thoughts on Heymon.
Gil?
I would like to go last.
Okay.
I'm going to kick it off then. Seeing my opinion, I'm just going to go say it. I like the way you play it.
Yeah.
I didn't actually care whether you were happy or not, whether we disliked them. But I mean, from my point of view, it's how I react or how Loros reacts, and then obviously how the party reacts.
Mm.
You kind of have the world, you control it. So if you're upset that we kill someone, well, that's kind of just how we react to the way you play them. It's like, that's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't too upset or worried that you were going to be upset about it. I was upset maybe or concerned that maybe you thought I was hating on everybody, which is kind of true. But no, I actually like them being challenging. I like that he's conflicting and he causes some kind of point of discussion between the group. Like, so there were two of us that were definitely not, I want him out, and we wanted to kill him. And then there was the other three that was sort of, or there's two that were kind of 50-50, and then there's Brown like, no, dude, I love this. He's my brother. So I like that kind of discussion point that it caused.
Yeah.
It just creates it more. I think the viewers probably like as well because it creates us
I'm
rather than just
keen to hear their
bash,
thoughts
crash,
as well.
kill, you know?
Totally keen to hear their thoughts.
I don't think anyone was worried that you'd be upset if he got killed.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
that was ever a discussion point.
yeah.
More that I think it's nice if they're being portrayed in a way that we pick up on it, instead of steamroll over it.
Mm.
But it's fine if some character decides to kill that character, as long as they notice. As long as it's a bit of a back and forth between like a sheep herding necromancer or something, and then which is totally what happened. They realized what the necromancer was like and wanted to kill him. It's all good. But I think it was quite good that it was an original character, and so it was quite nice to interact with that sort of.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not played that way in the book.
Man, the book has got nothing for him. The module has such a blank slate for him.
So he could be quite bland.
He was so bland. He was completely bland in every way. He was just a necromancer looking for just researching. That's it.
Yeah. I think he had an interesting book, and I was like, "What's this guy?"
Yeah.
Nice to.
But I think that's the thing, right? Like, he's got a short-term goal and a long-term goal, and the DM gets to decide how that plays out.
I was ready for him to die, like straight away. I was ready for him to poison you guys in your sleep. I was ready for him to join you on a quest if you befriended. I was ready to do anything you guys wanted to do. If you had taken it there, I would have taken it there as well. It was. I just want to make sure that the characters aren't as boring as they can be created as. So there really wasn't much to it.
Just from my perspective of trying to play a character that's essentially kind-hearted good person that wants to do good deeds, it brings into a conflict of, because what kind of good person would essentially kill someone on sight just because they've done something wrong? So I feel like that's the conflict of within the party that it creates, if people want to kill on sight versus people who want to entertain the idea of not just taking the law into their own hands. So I think it's like a player conversation. But I know sometimes as someone who lives with the DM, I get razzed extra hard for me being a murder hobo. And it's like, I was just,
I can
do so well.
I'm
Really, like, the fact that we're having this conversation means that we're not murder hobos, right? Like,
nah, I was just ribbing, like I said, I don't care what you guys do. I will find something fun in whatever you guys decide to do. What I don't want is a session to end and people are like, oh man, we just were planning something and someone acted without sort of discussing. It's that whole rule number 1 thing, right? Just because it's something your character would do doesn't mean it's something your character should do, because it's meant to be a game, it's meant to be fun. But no matter what, I will take whatever you guys do and do my best to make fun from it.
Yeah, as a player, I want to focus on not creating conflict within the party. So I'll generally just try to go along with the vibe of what everyone else wants to do.
Yeah.
But I don't want to compromise completely if everyone else is just like, let's murder everyone we see.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, and that's why it was quite nice to bring in some orcs that were just evil. They just wanted to fight.
Oh, one of them.
One of them ran away. One of them ran away with my javelin.
You've lost like 3 javelins now?
I've lost 3 I have 1 left. It's like I throw them and they just. I was like, far. That's why I don't throw them very often, because I throw them and they run away.
I'm gonna go buy more.
Sig.
Hey Loros, you are already wearing that ring of protection already. That's amazing.
Nice.
Yay.
Sig, any thoughts from you?
Yeah, I really liked Heymon. The fact that he had Hexmore flavor. I probably would have done things differently in hindsight now.
Okay.
But that's cool. You gotta learn, right?
Yeah, totally, man.
Going into this, I was like, oh, I've got so much AC, nothing can hurt me. And the magic missile just comes along. I was like, what?
Yeah. So one thing as a DM I need to learn is John loves sleep. Okay. All right. I'm gonna keep that up. I'm gonna keep that up here.
That's a good
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah, that's good.
You
That's good.
need to be ready
Sleep
for
is
it.
I'm
pretty
just
powerful.
gonna mix that up on your next session.
Anything else? Anything else? Sid?
Yeah, liked it. Lots to learn.
Mm.
There's like depth to the guy. It's cool.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. And I forgot to mention at the start of the stream that Dave is wearing costume. He's not well lit, so it's kind of hard to see.
Hold on, can you see? Sorry, there is blood all over my armor.
See, that's better. That's better.
Is that better? That's
Just leave the camera like that.
Yeah. Someone thought you were wearing an early 2000s mesh shirt, and
that's the way.
Which is basically what it is.
Basically what it is. Yeah, literally what it is.
260.
But, yeah.
I'm sorry. I do have some thoughts on Heymon.
Oh, yeah, go please.
So Gil's whole thing was the bonds that he's forged with the party are stronger than like his current personality. So if the party was willing to kind of eliminate this guy, then that was the thing that made the most sense. And if he endangered them, then he would feel Gil's wrath.
Mm.
And that was kind of how it played out, right? Like, you're trying to kill my friends, and I'm going to do everything I can to stop that from happening.
Yeah, that's fair.
Despite me stabbing Loros on the way through.
Loros has taken so many hits from people now.
It's only 2 people in my party now that have stabbed me in the back.
I'm sure we can.
I'm waiting for Sig to come and do it, and he'll probably end up like killing me, like an insta kill.
The best thing is they're not even the ones doing it; it's me doing it to you. That's the best thing about it.
Yeah, but you're doing it for them. Like it's them rolling the dice. They roll the dice and fail.
I wonder if I can get both Sig and Mirin to both get a shot on you at some point as well.
If you do, I want a circle of apology.
Actually, you've even damaged yourself by cutting
I've
yourself.
I've literally tried to cut my own finger off.
This is why I don't aim bow and arrow into a crowd. I'm like, if I crit fail, I'm gonna be really kicking myself.
Right,
See, that's something a bow and archer would think of, right?
Yeah.
They look, they go, oh shit! If I miss here, I'm going to hit my friends. Yeah. So I change my mind. A spellcaster should probably think that too, but
Random Origins is signing off. So thank you for watching, and thank you for having Billy make an appearance.
Thanks so much.
We might as well say goodnight to everyone as well. Now, if you like what you saw, please hit the follow button because we're above 200, and that's awesome. So our next is 250. Let's get to 250 followers. That'd be fantastic. Yeah. If you want to support what we do, hit the subscribe button as well. Then you can get access to a couple of cool little emotes that we've got as well. What else? We've got the Discord that you can come and chat to us. That's linked beneath. What else have we got? YouTube channel, so you can watch and catch up on our previous things. Episode 7 of the podcast is releasing tomorrow, or in about an hour and a half. And I think that's about it. Anything else? Oh, we got merch. We got the shirts underneath the stream as well. Hopefully we'll get another design up there soon, which I'm really keen on seeing shortly. A nice Billy Goblin design, I think. But I think that's us. Thank you guys for watching. Guys, thank you for playing. It was a fantastic session. And we'll see you guys all next week at Monday, same time. Oh,
Goblin Raid.
Oh, you want? Okay.
Goblin Raid.
Right.
Come on, we've got to do a Goblin Raid.
After that really good, after that farewell and everything, I had like a really good farewell, and now we're.
Well, you said what else, and I said.
Let's try and do a Goblin Raid to someone better than the last one, because they were like.
Yeah, they didn't even acknowledge us.
Boring.
All right, so we're okay. Well, who have we got?
The acknowledgement.
Yeah, they didn't acknowledge us.
Someone else is doing. Yeah, okay. Well, what have we got? Mine of Phandelver. I'm not gonna.
But we might.
Let's go.
I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to find someone who's someone doing a homebrew. Let's have a look. I'm just going to have a look and see if they're interacting with anyone. Oh, Jackalope, thank you as well for helping to spawn Billy as
Yeah,
well. That was
thanks.
that one.
Hold left click.
That
one
one
in?
bit was incredibly
okay.
important. So these guys have got.
Silent Hillbilly.
Yeah. We could put people into this one, I think. Are you heading off, are you? Oh,
Thank
cool.
you.
Thanks
a
for
lot.
playing, man.
Bye.
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 Axol Stream. Axol Stream? Let's raid Axol Stream. I think I can just do that. Oh, yeah, that's going to do that. So we'll go
4, 6, 10, 11 raiders. Woohoo, we actually
All right.
gained.
ready to raid. So what we're going to do, if you're a subscriber, you'll have access to obviously the Billy Goblin face. We're going to Billy Goblin the shit out of these guys. And if you don't, then just Goblin Army it up or roll for cheese. Let's just do whatever. All right, we're raiding now. Are we raiding now? We're raiding now.
Go. Yeah.
These guys, they better notice us this day.
They better. It'd be really disappointing if they don't. Because they're going from 2 viewers to like our 13.
Yeah, we're more for rolling than rolling the head of this or that.
Oh, Sharpie Edges was there the whole time as well. He didn't even say hi.
Chuck stabbed this dude with his short sword.
Are these guys not
If
going
you
to...
want to, Chuck. You're the
They're using the same overlay for D&D Beyond.
justice on this dude for kidnapping all the people.
You can hear some frantic clicking.
Yeah.
Get him.
Oh, they've got
Don't-
the overlay. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Like I expect a half or paladin.
What overlay?
The same overlay that we use. Although that doesn't click into... Oh, it does. It clicks into their character sheet, which is cool.
Oh, right.
These guys don't even know. Why does no one... This is why people don't have viewers.
We notice people, all right? Come on.
Boring.
Boring.
They're level